Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Zelda Speedruns! Today we have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Freaky Friday race. With me on comms is Zelda. How are you doing?
Hello! I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. You want to talk about our settings this week?
Yeah, these settings are gonna be great. It's deceptively easy. So small keysy and boss keysy, which means no small keys, no boss keys. So make it really easy to go through dungeons. There's no overworld checks, so it'll just be a quick run through of everything. The only catch is it's song sanity, so all the songs are mixed in where items are. You got, oh god, I'm having brain fart.
Here's all trials.
Ocarina Shuffle. So Ocarina's mixed in. That's just not free. You gotta go find it. In order to do the Rainbow Bridge, you gotta do all the dungeons, all the trials. It's gonna be great. We're using the Season 3 base, so Open Deku, Fast Fortress, and we're off.
Did you start with consumables and rupees just to make life a little easier, and we're going. We've got ourselves Tatsu, Sora, PKR, and Sponge for our race runners today. Pretty good set.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I love most of these runners. Tunic, Sponge is a little boring. I like the other two.
I mean, Sponge has got the color going for him. I definitely prefer that color over the rest of them. Although Sora's purple is nice.
I just find Sponges to be a very boring shade of gray. They don't have an OT command instead anyway. There are no hint commands for Freaky Friday and the hints are nerfed anyway.
Well, hints are super strong. Do they need the mask for hints?
They're gonna get hints in every single dungeon is way of the hero and every single overworld area is foolish. That's not very useful.
That's true. Yeah, when you put it that way.
There's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason I know the mother reason Deku trees that they're gonna be pretty darn useful.
All our runners went straight to the Deku Tree, though. They already got the
yeah,
shield,
of course. Because all the overworld checks are turned off, and it's the only dungeon you can access right away.
Yeah.
So they're off. So first, map chest was a huge rupee. Let's see what else is in here, though. Well, a slingshot, French vanilla.
Yeah, that's very handy.
And a bow!
Alright, so we're ranged boys. Call Link to ADC. This should be... Goma's free.
Yeah.
So that's one out of our required dungeons down. Left on Skull Sandy.
Yeah, we considered if we weren't sure if the settings would gen, so dungeon skills is something to consider if there wasn't enough dungeon checks. But if there are enough dungeon checks, we're fine. Yeah, that was funny that we got both the child and adult ranged weapons in the same room with Deku Tree.
Yeah, that's just... I guess I really want you to have that extra reach.
Light arrows! Okay.
Hey! Alright, more required items.
Yep.
Yo, Deku Tree is
basically just writing down which dungeon everything is in and what order they go to the dungeons in. Yeah, they need Zelda's Lullaby and Nocturne guaranteed, the others are not as certain. There's an Ocarina! Alright.
Oh, that makes Ocarina Shuffle, like, not even matter at this point. That's upsetting.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it happens. I wonder where the other Ocarina is, though, if it is Ocarina locked.
Do you actually need the Ocarina of Time, or can you beat it with the Fairy
Oh
Ocarina?
no, you just need the Ocarina. The Ocarina of Time serves absolutely no purpose.
Perfect.
Functionally. At all. Claim check!
Oh, yeah. I wonder how long it's been since they've done B1 skip without bomb.
Question, because they weren't lucky enough to get one. As Datsu proceeds to do a little different setup, Sora gets and Sponge first to B1 skip. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
third, and PKR going to pause buffer. Ooh, not quite getting hers. Reminds me that none of these guys have set their pronouns in race time, but I can go fix that. Not so I know is he, him. Sora and Sponge are both also he, him, and then PKR is our only female on stream.
Yay! All of our runners on the quick Goma track.
Yeah, apologies, the bot is going to post the runner command thing a lot because as I update the pronouns, but this is something I put like a friendly recent features that we can now see various runners' pronouns. There's audience scouting, by the way, chat. Thank you, ADN, by the way, for the sub. And Goma's down for everyone but PKR, who's just starting the fight, so pretty close here between the four runners. It's not much to be said, it's the same runner.
Yeah, that failed B1 skip on the first try really set her back.
Ooh, hook shot on Goma. And even that won't actually matter in the long run.
Oh, and she didn't use the broken Deku stick. She's just doing it with a regular one.
Was it really?
Oh, Shadow Medallion, that's a free song.
That's
Oh,
cool.
wait, no. Is it?
No. Shadow Medallion is not.
Well, no, because they already have Spirit.
I mean, Lax's turn is dead, so.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, that is forest access, yes. Oh, they don't have Minuet. Okay, Fairy created checks of Loopy. I was wondering which particular variety of junk it was. Everything is junk, including Lax and Fairy created check. Just what kind of junk is the question, but this is gonna be Castle for everyone. No reason for South Hyrule when everything in the overworld's turned off. Hookshot for PKR.
That'll just be
Lax technically a temple, so you can say it's a dungeon. Yeah, no, but it's not quite. What I mean by dungeons is that every single dungeon is a stoner medallion. Deku, DC, Jabu, Forest, Fire, Water, Shadow, Spirit, along with the 3 side dungeons of GTG, Well, and Ice Cavern.
It'll just be interesting what dungeons they prioritize first. Because you gotta think, GTG, that's 14 checks.
Yeah, but you can't get there right now. I would... The first check of... So, Forest Temple is currently out of logic. They cannot enter Dodongo's Cavern. The first check of Fire Temple is actually the most likely place for them to go next right now.
Yo, Shadow Temple, way the hero? Hyrule Castle Foolish? Forest Temple, way the hero? Forest Temple is Blue Fire?
Forest has a bottle. That's the only piece of useful information you have to use. Excellent time. Yeah,
Yo, Natsu's checking them too? Let's go! We need this info! Alright, I know. Forest, way of the hero, Blue Fire. That means I gotta do King Zora. Wait, no it doesn't, King Zora's dead.
Yeah,
it's for the ice trial.
In all seriousness, though, I do wonder what the first check of Fire Temple is, because I don't think there's a single other dungeon check in Logic right now.
Yeah.
The only in Logic dungeon check is the first chest of Fire. We can't get into Forest in Logic, we don't have Water, no Shadow, no Spirit, no Jabu, no DC. The first check of Fire has to be a thing. It is S3 based, so there are no spawns, so it don't matter. And, they're not checking the altar because it doesn't matter, it's D&D. For our trackers,
anyway.
Yeah, for our trackers, if you want. Oops, I forgot. I can post the locations in the chat. Here, up.
Yo, PKR, also checking the hints? We in it now?
Yeah, I fully expect these others will go Forest with the bow and hookshot, even if Fire's first check is the only thing in Logic.
Oh, we see.
Well, two things actually, sorry, because of PC, there is the open lava room first check too. Oops.
Yeah, probably where runners are gonna go DC as adult. CAC. They do have. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was gonna say they could get the song, but rip.
And yeah, no hidden commands for the settings, and they've got a hype train going. Choo choo!
Yo, let's go.
And yeah, no hit commands. Because of Freaky Friday, we aren't getting any useful hints anyway. It might be very strong hints. They're gonna get hints that every dungeon is way of the hero, and every overworld area is foolish, which is, I don't see one hint at Devil Time that Forest holds a blue fire bottle, but that's not it.
That's gonna be important. That's gonna be the deciding factor. Whoever gets it first. We're here getting the rolling Goron.
Yeah, because you do need to blow him up.
And we're to unlock fire.
Yeah.
I really wish you could skip all the text. That should be the next. Alright. Everyone's getting it first try so far.
Any crazy freak? I mean, it's only dungeons, but we need to do all of them.
Yep. Songs and the easy keys.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Ooh, thank you, ADN, for gifting a sub to BXR.
Yo, imagine a moderator not being so. Couldn't be me, dog.
All of the mods in ZSR are also the free streamers. It looks like Dotso is heading straight for Forest, while Sora and Sponge will check out the first chest of fire.
Oh, one try on that Mido skip. Didn't even need to use, like, an aiming mechanic.
Nice and clean.
Oh, 8 seconds. Can he make it? Yeah, he made it.
Nice. So Sponge and Sora checking out fire.
Oh, Dotso getting the fancy jump, if he can set it up right.
Gee, we have free Scarecrow on, he's forgotten, because we can in fact just do that. Colossus left hand is Prelude.
Hey, that's mildly unimportant.
Shadow's Way of the Hero, gee thanks. Okay, the heart piece is not useful, so there has to be something in the other check of fire. And Peak Air is also heading straight to Forest, so we've got Divergence! Left side heading Forest, right side checking out Fire Temple. And there's a heart piece for Sora.
Yo, that's another bloopy for Dotso. Deku
Deku's
Tree, Way of the Hero?
Yep, every dungeon's Way of the Hero, what a surprise!
I mean, Deku did have light arrows, that's, you know.
Light arrows, bow, slingshot, hookshot. What isn't a claim? Yeah, there's 4 items in Deku Tree. I think 4 or 5 items. That's not surprising. Oh, an ocarina. Bomb bag!
Bomb bag! Yo, Way of the Hero? Fire Temple?
There's a blue fire bottle for his first chest.
Ah, that's the first check. That's upsetting.
Yeah, meme personas in the overworld. Well, not necessarily, because Nera's Love and Nera's Love double defense Stone of Agony cannot be in disabled locations, but the Winter Heart Piece absolutely can. Actually, no, I don't think. I'm not sure about Heart Piece. Heart containers cannot be in disabled locations. Yeah, all dungeons are made here in these settings, pretty much. So, and all overworld areas are guaranteed foolish, so hints are not helpful. There's Rudo's Ladder ability. Fire Room, Lava Room, bombable.
Yeah, those words. So far, fire has been the right way to go. We gotta see what couple more checks Dotso can get here in Forest.
Well, it can do the courtyard, there's quite a few things there.
Yeah.
A full bottle percent has to be in dungeons, those cannot be in disabled locations. Sponge does not have enough time to get out of here, so it's gonna save quit.
That was a big wallet for Dotso. And it's nice that it came filled with money.
Oh yeah, that is convenient. Forest second chest, the first Stalfos. For realizing he can't get out of here, as the Forest Island chest is just the heart piece.
Got that heart piece for Dotso. Getting a little healthier.
Yep.
I mean, money bought them all a shield.
It will also give them the tunic, because who knows how much health they have.
That too? Bomb shoes? There will be some use for money. Very minimal, but some use.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many runners are going to go out of their way for bomb shoes at this point, with a bomb bag already logically out of logic, but...
So, bomb bags and logic. We have a bow to blow up like the Goron and a hook shot to get to fire.
Yeah.
Hey! Come on!
Hey, now we're definitely out here buying tunics.
Sure, thanks, game.
Yo, Phantom Ganon, we just strolled up in Phantom Ganon's house and just stole his wallet, like...
Mm-hmm. And Sponge is heading for DC, actually, which makes sense with that bomb bag. I expect Sora's probably going to do the same.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. In theory, if I'm Dotso, I'm going back to the store, buying the red tunic, and he'll be able to progress a little further into fire, yeah.
Yeah, because he has the health to take the elevator.
Yeah.
Whereas Sora and Sponge only have the 3 parts. But really climb the elevator, it's dicey at best, even for good runners like these to do fire on 3 hearts without a ball.
First strike is fire arrows. Alright.
This is more or less just an adventure in how many major items can we find?
Jet Seed? Oh, it's definitely a Jet Seed.
Oh, that just said plundering ice cavern is a foolish chase. That's hilarious. In Kokiri Forest, although that doesn't say much.
Yeah. But yeah, he should buy the tunic, go into fire.
Yep. The DC compass chest had a heart piece, I believe, for Sponge. There's a tunic for Dotso.
I
They
believe
don't need to
it's
collect
Loopy.
skulls. Oh, Rupee, yeah. They don't need to collect skulls because everything Overworld is thrown off, including the skull checks.
Easy. Yo, Dotso does not even have to worry about time. He's just he can walk to the fire temple. And the good news is he doesn't have to save quit out, so he'll have a faster time getting his Dodongos.
Gonna be some nice time for Dotso, and I do expect Picaro will do the same. Sora and Sponge in DC.
Here we go, another check. What do we got?
Opponent song, that's good. That's a GTG access.
Yeah, that's huge. Do you need the GTG keys or no?
No, the Kizzy applies for all the dungeons.
Oh man, that's gonna be broken.
Yep, PKR also, as expected, heading for fire. The hover boots!
Hovers!
This is an entertaining time, considering we want to pick up everything.
Yeah. The only warp song they really need is Nocturne. The rest of it is all
They only absolutely need Nocturne. They only absolutely need Zelda's Lullaby. Beyond that, it depends.
Requiem, maybe, but I mean, they probably all know how to do the Wasteland.
They all do, for sure.
At this point, it's kind of just a given. There's Dotso's bomb. Even if child spear is required, you can get like all but like 2 chests out of it as an adult.
Yeah, they're referring specifically to those 2 chests.
Yeah.
Beans! Ah, thank you, claiming that I'm their favorite commentator. Who does Weeb skip first? Well, Datsu's never doing it because he spotted a hint that Ice Cavern's foolish in Fury Forest.
Yeah. Which is actually going to be big, in theory, because that's 4 checks that someone might go do.
Mm-hmm.
And serious time investment just getting there.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, shoes on top of King Dongo. Convenient.
Mildly helpful. We already have the bomb bag, so it's... This feels so very fast-paced, but nothing's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, all shoes are in dungeons that cannot be in disabled locations. It will be funny though, in that so with these settings, I expect to take this to probably take around 2 hours-ish. I'd be surprised if it goes much more than 3 with these runners. If it goes more than 3 hours, we've got ourselves a stinker.
I mean, you say that, but...
Tannerin, all overworld is turned off.
Yeah, fountain doesn't count.
Rip. Brutal's letter for PKR, King Dong goes down for Soul Sponge.
For 20 minutes. Talk about meme.
It's our meme estimate. I do not expect this to go that long. If it does, something has gone entirely wrong. I'm pretty sure that these 4 runners could do all the dungeons in less time than that.
The only problem will be if you have to go deep Jabu in order to get I don't even know at this point Hammer in order to go kill Vivagia in order to get the you already have the Boomerang in order to go kill Baronade. Like, unless something stupid like that happened.
It would require a lot of double ditches to go even 3 hours, I think.
We're talking triple dips.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be the thing.
Yeah, because here we have an all-star crew. Sponge and PKR are top 32 runners in the standard tournament. Sora's in the brackets now with the Challenge Cup, and Datsu is a very skilled runner, usually more glitchy rule sets, but is very good at standard also.
Yeah. That's a really
GGG time for Sponge, which makes sense. I'd expect Sora is going in the same direction.
Yeah, that's really BIS right now.
Yep, they don't want to dip Forest out of logic without a strength upgrade, which makes sense. Ice Trap for Natsu!
Hey!
He's a fool! Because he's just resetting Turon! So Ice Traps do exist. They are the other ones will likely be in disabled locations, so I'm a little surprised we even saw one, but I have to chuckle at this item Nice Trap. Nothing much in Fire Temples, though.
No, not yet. Hopefully, tallest Goron?
Tallest? You mean highest?
That's what I said.
You said tallest Goron.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him taller than the others.
I mean, have you actually measured them? Big Goron's cheating.
Tallest.
That's just cheating.
Meta Goron would qualify too, and Daruni I'm pretty sure is bigger than regular Gorons besides that.
Alright, fine, I'm an idiot. Alright. Yo, it's the only small key in the game right now?
Yeah, it is a fortress key, because I did turn this on just so I did just waltz through fortress, pretty much.
But you only need 1 carpenter. We made it fast.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do 4 carpenters, because there's no point.
Yeah,
It's
at that point.
deceptively easy, there's no reason to add the other carpenters. Fear, chest, and fire is just a heart piece.
That's actually a mildly good point. We should have shuffled the Gerudo card too.
Thought about it, but yeah.
I guess we'll throw him a bone. Alright, first 2 checks GTG. What do we got?
Heart piece.
Bet. Second check.
Knocker.
Hey! This is gonna be an easy seed. I don't know what you're talking. Yo, that's a
Butter
butter knife?
low for in the upper Mesa Fire. That is not useful in Season 3 race. We had open deck group because otherwise they would have no dungeon checks open to them at the start.
Yeah. That's fine. Still, it's nice to have.
Good for Jabu. Man, that's about all it's good for, all of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
BGS, that's even better.
Both swords in the fire temple, both wallets in the forest temple, both ranged in the fire Deku tree.
Deku, this game's being funny. At least we didn't have both boots in DC though.
We had both bombs in DC. We had bomb trees and oh wait, no, we had bomb back. Never mind.
Bomb bag was in fire, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I think before I speak.
It's alright.
All we need was both boots and fire. Or DC. That would have been it. I guess I could argue that we didn't get both hover boots.
That's just bad. GTG stealth was nothing. I think that's being possession. Speak before you think, you mean lol. Sora going for the GTG maze because Keezy GTG is incredibly hilarious.
Yeah. Freestanding check is...
Leave it!
Hey, alright. Tiggle biddies out here.
No hint commands for Freaky Friday, and all scrolls are dead anyway because all overworld everything is dead.
Sponge having a hard time shooting the eye. There we go. All his hard work gets him some
About refill.
upsetting.
Sora found the double defense and not much else on the right side of GTG. Delete CL in the hidden ceiling.
Alright!
And a slingshot on the pier checks, okay. And storms, okay.
Alright, we don't need any of those, so that's... yeah, it's there. Oh, we might need bottom of the well.
Yeah, a double defense is, well, DD, so titties.
Naru's love? Alright.
No, we have Way of the Heroes, but they just tell you every single dungeon is Way of the Hero, which is not helpful information. Right after... right after... news.
Show me magic!
What dins or magic be here?
Dins!
This dins!
Hey, the green rupee! Oh my god. This is broken.
Yeah, dins in the GTG enemies chest.
Song of time?
GTG hammer chest. Okay, we're just getting
out
everything.
here.
Yeah, that is all smelly spells in GTG. 2 of them back to back in the maze.
Yeah. If only we had magic.
Oh my. This is so weird. Magic could be here too.
In the toilet?
Chat. Could be the strength 2 chests, we haven't seen those yet.
Oh, true. We haven't found any strength yet.
Yeah. Otherwise, though, yeah, GTG hasn't turned up much of anything immediate for progression.
No, progression-wise, nothing.
Fire hasn't turned up much either, so...
I mean, they can go into Nocturne now, and... I mean, they can't logically get anything, but...
They don't have magic, they can't get anything in there.
Oh yeah, they can't even open the door, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, see, Game Storm, sure, that's what it was. This well is now the next option, is what it is. CL Storms and Bomb Bag.
Song of Time. No, they had bomb back, but yeah.
I meant with and Storms from GTG, plus the bomb back from Fire, they can now go to the Swell for the next logic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is done, Fire, done for Dot, so the last couple checks in there had a whole load of nothing. There did turn up Bruto's Letter, bomb bag. I mean, Deep Fire had nothing, really.
No, it didn't. Very sad. But at least it's done. They don't have to double dip. And presumably Sora and Sponge might. It's now Dazo should be heading straight to DC. Couldn't kill Vivagia, but that's fine. We can get it later.
Yeah. Just need to find a hammer and hopefully, maybe.
Oh, we're getting the check, baby. The Midigoron.
He's actually going to.
Oh, we going.
Check in. Colossus is foolish. Gee, thanks, game. Totally needed to know that hint.
Imagine if it said GTG was foolish. That would be so wild.
The ultimate are almost zero with these settings. There's Greg for Sponge, and he's out of here. Now, GTG can't be foolish because they had a zillion things in it, but it would have been amazing if GTG was hinted foolish in these settings.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just the incredibility if it was actually dead.
No. The odds of that are next to zero with GTG being dead with all the world checks turned off.
Yo, that backflip in place.
Yeah.
Feeling
But
it?
alright, Sponge is looking to head for the well now is my guess. Might turn in Ritto's letter.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
He didn't go play the song. So,
What song?
never mind. He does that as a child. Sometimes I think. Been a long week.
You're good.
One of the hintstones probably does say Cack is foolish because Cack is foolish.
Yeah.
I think Spirit is the second most dense dungeon after
Yes, it is.
GTG.
20 items in there.
Especially without keys, like that's even huger.
That's 20 items without keys. It's
Oh.
14 normally. Nope, skulls are turned off. Well, the skull house is turned off, and the skulls themselves are not showable too. They're just not gonna bother. Yeah, no hint commands. They don't need any hint commands. Every dungeon's way of the hero, every overworld area is foolish, basically. Not since been the only one who's really been bothering to read hints, other than the Temple of Time ones. I just got in a nice cavern foolish, and that's about it.
He did find the most important one though, that ice cavern's foolish. I'm sure someone's gonna go there at some point.
I do expect so, yes. But this is well for Sora and Sponge. We have already seen the DC from Statsu and PKR doing the DC we've already seen, so we can mostly ignore that.
Yeah. I feel like the two of them are gonna probably do DC and then go GTG, so it'll be catch up for them for a minute.
They did full clear fire, so there is that for them.
Yeah. The focus is definitely on the right side.
Yep. Good thing for commentary is when it's a left-right split and not a diagonal split, because diagonal splits are really hard to keep track of.
Magic in the well.
Alright.
Alright, we're really flying through here.
There's ice arrows!
Yo, get close to that meme percent, let's go!
It is Shadow Temple. We have covers, bombs, hookshots, Zelda's Lullaby, Nocturne, Magic, and Dins.
Yep, that's full clear on Shadow. That's a song.
That's either Sun Song or that has to be Sun Song in the coffin because we know where Prelude is.
Yep.
Handy for routing though.
Yeah,
And
could be.
and it does look Sponge knows where Prelude is, so even better. And how you can tell, by the way, with songs is colors. It's yellow, and so Mini Legends, Saria Song are green, Bolero and Zelda's Lullaby are red, Serenade and Song of Time are blue, Nocturne and Song of Storms are purple, Requiem and Epona Song are orange, and then Prelude and Sun Song are yellow. That's how you tell the songs apart with freestanding models. Now, within each pair, good luck, but generally. Yeah, the stick upgrade, convenient.
Nifty. Good thing we started with it. Free arrows. Zora Tunic? Alright. Don't have to buy that one.
Nope.
Considering right side hasn't gone forest to get all the wallet upgrades, that could be a load off their mind.
Chat joking about how this Freaky Friday isn't actually on a Friday for the EU folks, which isn't wrong.
Hey man, we only care about America here on Friday.
Steve has a heart piece. He's done goes down to Natsu. Sora's getting suns. And
Did we get the one cycle dead hand? No.
No, not too happy about that. Some raid slashes there.
The 2 cycle? Yes.
There we go.
I always find that like jump slash at the end so difficult to hit.
DC had fire arrows and hover boots. Mr. Nintendo here is from Australia, so it's a completely different thing going. And that was Bolero on that hand, because we already have ZL.
Yes, and opponent song in DC.
I end up doing some DC, oops. Yeah, shout out to GTG having both purple songs, by the way.
Yeah.
I found that pretty funny. They're serenading well. Unsurprisingly, we're getting everything very quickly. We're doing a lot of the very checked-in locations here. Dungeons first. Well, locked pits, which are naturally locked due to keysies. Yeah, early forest really not paying off.
Yo, free money?
Alright, GTG for Dotso now. I expect the same for PKR, so we're seeing nothing new there. Hylian Shield for Sponge.
Team never buy shield, let's go. And we gotta check the bottom. It's the one check down here.
Yep. And on our notes sheet, I'm just literally writing down who goes, what order they do the dungeons in, because it's very simplistic tracking of routing.
Yeah.
And, well, Basements of Loopy. Well, had a couple songs and magic.
Alright, at least we out. Looks like Sponge is gonna go back adult.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the skill turning the letter, doesn't really want to do rank chest at this point. I wouldn't want to do rank chest in this situation, to be honest with you.
I mean, he could go upriver. He doesn't need the scale to turn in letter.
No, but it's slow.
Yeah.
It's slow and it's for one check.
That could be the boomerang.
If it's a boomerang, they're last locationing it.
Yeah, gonna go adult. Do you think they're gonna go forest first, or they should just go clear Nocturne? Because That's the third
Special
most
sponge.
dense dungeon.
Yep. This will be a shadow play for Sponge and Sora, because they have everything they could ever want for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't drop for Aurora's Wind, but it's just so slow. As Sora unfortunately took a fall there in the well and is going to set for us to get back up, I think. Look at that basement though while he's here.
Yeah, might as well.
But they know they'll get a skill at some point. They know they'll get Boomerang eventually. They do not want to go to Jabu just for that one check. You can't even do domain checks or fountain checks, because those are dead.
Could go there to move King Zora so you can go Ice Cavern.
Leap skip at that point.
6 to 1, half dozen the other.
Magic is in the well, C-Force.
Yeah, it's in the bottom check in the back left.
Hey, the Angry Farm, welcome into a Dungeon Rush seed of a pretty funny variety.
We heard you like dungeons, so we put all the items in the dungeon so you can dungeon while you dungeon.
Yep. I've had a very nice and easy way. This has been pretty nice and easy to commentate because our runners have been doing a nice even left-right split. I've seen diagonal splits where, you know, top left and bottom right, for instance, are the same, and then the others are doing different things, and it's hard to keep track of it when that happens.
Yeah.
Shadow first chest is just a red rupee. Forest
It's really good. You have
owl.
one eye on the right side and one eye on the left side. You're getting everything.
The problem is that Datsu and Sponge are the two ahead in their respective pairs, so it ends up being the eating of the diagonal for keeping track of who's ahead.
That's only because Dotso named this file top left. That means we had top left the Goron.
Alright, cover boots chest for Sponge. Datsu. His art piece for Sponge.
Not even the winner.
Yep. Here's double defense for Datsu. Spins for PKR. Song of Time incoming.
That's the same room Dotso's in.
And Sora's Latte Shadow Control. At least it's simplistic commentary. We can keep track of what's going on.
Yeah. Just here chilling, you know?
Yep. We're just chilling, watching them play. They've got a nice even split. And we're seeing how many items can we find in each dungeon.
There's not even a lot of theorocrafting yet, because it's just, well, we can go here, we can't go there, so here we go.
Yep. This is what's available, so that's where they're going. Been very linear.
Yeah.
You go DC, you go Fire, you go DC, you go GTG, you go to the well, and then you go Shadow Temple. You might want to,
We did have the slight divergence for Forest early, but eh. Now you're just playing catch up.
Yep. They got wallets, but Deep Fire didn't have anything either.
Way of the Hero is every dungeon except
Other
Ice
than
Cavern.
Dukes. No hit commands for Freaky Friday, they don't need them anyway today. All overworld areas are foolish, most dungeons are Way of the Hero. It's pretty simple.
It's a jet seed.
Ish.
Ish.
Every hurt.
It's deceptively easy, not actually easy.
Mm-hmm.
Call a cavern a dungeon. I mean, how do you define a dungeon?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Forest Temple's a mansion, really. And we might well have Quad Forest, yes, at some point, with how linear this scene's been, ultimately. Sora and Sponge have been following the same route. Dotso and PKR took a bit of a detour, but have gone on to that route since afterwards.
I really think that guillotine should have hit Sponge.
I think so. That was very lucky there.
Yeah, we call a fish god a dungeon. I forgot there was a timer in the Silver Ruby room until I just heard it beep. I'm like, oh yeah. Was it a typo though?
There's a place where stuff happens. Not wrong. Alright, PKR is done with GTG. Is bailed out of GTG and is walking to the Temple of Time from here? Interesting, not safe footing.
Pretty sure he has Prelude, no? No, he doesn't.
She does. No, she doesn't, but she can save warp.
Yeah, that's unless she's going upriver.
She might.
She just realized. Wait, what am I doing?
Yeah, easy thing to forget after playing so much Season 4.
Yeah, who knows where you spawn in Season 4.
Yeah. Just straight up autopilot there for PKR. Oopsies! Art piece for Sponge. There's the slingshot for Dotso. Did PKR skip anything in GTG, or is she just more efficient at it than Dotso? I lost track of it.
I think
Hammer! Shadow Pressure Room.
So it looks like she has everything out of there. All 3 songs. As long as she has magic. Oh, she didn't get. Oh wait, no, magic's in
in the
well.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a double dip of Fire Temple, by the way, because Bomb Bag was in one of the first couple checks, and then that hammer's locked behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can now full clear fire. Get the last couple of checks that we couldn't get before, and kill Vavagia. Which, do you really go and get the 2 hammerlock chests in fire, or do you just kill Vavaj and hope for the best?
Kill Volvachi and head on out. I mean, do you really want to go deep fire? Especially because Sora and Sponge do not have wallets just yet. That's in Forest Temple. Both of them.
Yeah.
So this is the vault for PKR and Dotsu. I swear I can talk. Words are hard.
Yo, words are so hard.
It's our job to speak words. We still fail.
Look at that, you got a bomb tree back for using the bomb tree to blow up the thing.
And another slingshot.
Alright, we got all 3 slingshots.
Yep, Shed Deep Fire is also not a logic to have strength upgrade, and Shed strength upgrade is really what Sora and Sponge want at this point.
Yeah, we haven't found any strength. That's... Given everything else we have, I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, they need 3 strengths for Slight Trial and Fire Trial.
Yep. But there's one.
Strengths.
Speak of the devil.
In the Shadow Wind room. Well, normally in Shadow Temple, I'd have to think about whether or not there were any keys in the upper part of the Shadow Crusher room, as I see Requiem on the Shadow before Boat room.
That's really just nice.
Now, the only songs we're missing are the songs that give us forest access!
Yeah.
Which I find kind of funny.
It's fine. We don't need forest access.
Oh, there's another bomb bag. Oh, lock bomb bag! As Plato picks up his magic meter.
Yeah, I figure what? We need mirror shields. And then we can do
More
spirit
strength
temple.
upgrades. We need a long shot. We need irons, boomerang. That's about it.
Yeah.
Send some for PKR.
Yeah, irons, mirror, boomerang.
Irons, boomerang, mirror, long shot, 3 strengths. 2 strengths in this case now for sword and sponge.
Yeah, don't need a scale, don't need anything else. So we're 4 items away.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
not surprising.
5. And we've done 3 dungeons. And only 3 dungeons.
I mean, we've seen Fire, DC, GTG, Well, and Half of Shadow, and part of Forest Temple. That's actually quite a bit of dungeons. Forest Final Slingshot.
Yeah, but only 2 medallions.
Flora Tunic for PKR and Suns for Datso.
Oh, Rope Skeleton remake.
Actually not sure, because I don't remember what the remake looks like at this point, having seen so much Rando.
That's fair. It's not necessarily memorable, but
There's no practice, it just makes it easier to get back to Hyrule Castle as a child, pretty much. Is what Sunsong does. Because they'll get Serenade here in the well, and then that'll let them get back a lot quicker.
so another shield.
Alright. And our beasts.
You know, if they just shine the Hylian shield a bit more, it should work as a mirror shield, right? Because all they do is reflect light off of it.
Yeah, there's some kind of special enchantment in the Mirror Shield that lets you restore and then reflect the various spells that Twinrova throws at you.
Alright, so you got fire and ice arrows, so that should handle it. I
don't know, maybe it's not the right kind of magic. Sponge here finds even more bomb tubes on the Shadow Floor Master! That's your 3rd pack of chews in Shadow Temple.
Oh my god. Yo dog, I heard you like chews, so I give you chews with your chews so your chews don't get lonely.
And we've also got an even more and we also got a bomb back to do too. Just Shadow's been loaded with explosives, it had Requiem, had a strength upgrade, had the hammer. I mean it's these settings. Every dungeon other than Ice Cavern has something today.
So let's see what's Bongo got. What are we thinking? Anything useful, or is it just another bloopy?
I think it's probably just gonna be Gem. I would laugh though if it's a final chew hack.
Oh my god. I'd be mad at that point. Ooh, one cycle. Thank you for blowing your nose right after someone said "ah chew" in chat. Oh, Thor the sniper shooting the bombs while on the boat.
Yep, nicely done there. Not NA aim. Sora is from the West. And it's a heart container on Pongo. Moron.
Vanilla.
Yep. Apologies for blowing my nose there.
PKR again finishing well before Dotso.
Yep.
She's definitely
And
got
it's
the
Fire
execution.
Temple. Makes sense. Makes absolute sense to go fire here for Datsu. I'd expect Sora will do the same afterwards, following that hammer. Let's see how far they go in it.
That's what I mean though. Do they just kill Vivage and dip because lull fire? They still didn't get Tunic.
Sponge might, because Deep Fire is, well, even Volvagia is not actually in logic because the Tunics are in logic because they haven't found a single song. PKR is going to dip the rank chest here actually before going to the well, which is interesting.
I'm a fan.
Also going to buy a bean to plant to make. I'm not sure why she's buying multiple beans. Question mark.
Yeah,
I
I
She's gonna plant
understand
one here
one.
to, yeah, one to make Ice Cavern easier makes sense. I don't know about the second. Oh, we will be able to see the first of Boss Key Loop of Fire though. That is in logic. I was just gonna start discussing what's in logic. For Boss Key Loop of Fire is what is in logic, along with Child Spirit. Some checks in there. I actually have never really thought about Keezy Spirit logic, but to be honest, most of it goes out the window.
Yeah.
You can't waste keys if they don't exist.
Alright, Dotso's probably gonna go adult, and he's gonna go shadow.
Yep. Pigar is going to check out, I presume, the range chest and then go shadow as well. Loopy from Sponge. But we are running, but Child Spirit's looking like the next major play in logic.
Yeah, can't go adult until you get the second. Oh, long shot.
Alright. That does nothing, actually.
Nope, not until we get irons.
Yep.
Yeah, can't go adult until we get the second strength. So.
Adult Spirit, yeah. The Lens game still does have keys, it is a distinct one.
But it has no loot, so.
We don't care. Sponge is gonna have an interesting time. Thankfully, has about a 10 million choose courtesy of Shadow Temple. Doesn't have a lot of time on the timer, but doesn't need much time on the timer because he has a million choose.
Boom, 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 dead.
Yep, GTG Wave the Hero Kekdavi, yeah. GTG's Wave the Hero for, yes. Fire here for Sora, as expected.
And that's it with the shadow play.
Yep. Ooh, and Sponge gets knocked over by Volvagia, messing up his strats.
That'll make the timer a little close. Oh, okay. No, we're fine. He's got 20 seconds still.
Phew. I was worried, because that can actually trip up that one cycle with shoes. And nicely done for Sponge. And let's see what rank test is for PKR, because this is in logic.
Yeah, just the one chest.
Yep.
Is it worth?
As for Roars, at least, to consider in here.
Yeah. There it goes.
And Volvagia has a nut.
Nut. Yo, who's ready for Fish Bay?
Alright, well, yeah, that's the question though, is as chat mentions, who sticks between Sponge and Sora have a choice. Do they continue in fire without a wallet? No tunic?
No.
Or do they get out of here? Sponge is getting out of here. Good choice.
It's a safer option.
So the next question though is, where will they go next? Because we are not exactly high on in logic things to do.
I think next is Forest.
Out of logic.
Who cares?
I mean, it's a good choice for them, but it is out of logic. I'm thinking about what's in logic.
Oh, Spirit Dip? Child Spirit.
Yeah, Child Spirit's the main thing left. Yeah, go Forest, hope for Irons. I absolutely go Forest and Sponge and Sora's situation. But for us, we're wondering what the logic is. But I fully expect that Sora will also follow Sponge to Forest once Sora just gets out of Fire Temple, wherever that might be.
The other good thing about PKR dipping Jabu is when they inevitably have to come back to finish it, they already did the long part of the escort.
No, Sponge also forgetting its free Scarecrow. It is an easy Scarecrow to forget there in Sacred Forest Meadow. Forest Sound Logic because they don't have Minuet and they don't have Saria song.
Yeah, they don't have any logical way of getting this far in the forest. They had to Mido skip to get here.
Yep. They don't care, but, you know, Rain Chest is a heart piece. So, yep, Child Spirits are our main thing left in logic here today. As, ooh, Sora's in trouble.
What happened to Dotso?
I have no idea what that was.
Uh-huh.
I am confused.
I think his stream probably goofed.
I think so. Huh. Also, happy 1 hour, everyone. Let me do some shoutouts.
Oh, 1 hour. It feels like 5 minutes.
Yeah, shoutouts to it really has. Shoutouts to our runners here.
Oh yeah, you had audio on Dotso, so that's
Oh right, switching that because apparently that crashed his audio. We'll switch to Let's Go with Sponge since he seems to be generally ahead. But yeah, shoutouts to our runners. Datsu, Sora, PKR, and Sponge. To my co-com Zelboy and our 2R4 trackers. We have tracking today. Banana Lord, Soulblade, Quagsire, and Rune. This is Quagsire and Rune's first time tracking for both of them, so welcome.
yeah. Give it up for the newbies.
Got a pretty nice chill sea to track for your first time. You know where all the everything's in dungeons. Well, it's
Yeah.
Sponge. Does it have custom music? I am not sure. Datsu's audio apparently got completely nerfed. Yeah, it's gone. Whatever happened to his stream, there's no audio. Okay, Sora's audio is actually quite loud.
Where's my suffering? It's all internal today.
Yeah, I don't think Sora's got custom audio. I don't think PKR does either.
Sora missed the hook shot. Got
Ooh,
voided
feels
out.
bad.
What
Yeah,
a
I've
time
just got
loss.
vanilla audio today, so no fancy schmancy stuff there.
Longshot makes Forest so dumb.
It does.
PKR is finally catching up on the Nocturne route of the Shadow Temple.
Does, however, have Furu's Wind and Jabu, so can return later pretty quickly. Second wallet for Sponge. And yep, Sora also bailing out after Volvagia.
Yep. Took a second to get the Mido skip, but got it in 3.
Not too bad.
That always just looks so weird when you open the door and there's a box there and suddenly the box isn't there and you step forward and the box is there. It's that one-way collision.
Mm-hmm.
So we will say there aren't many commands for this race, because all the way to the hero is every dungeon.
In all the flourishes, every overworld.
There are no skulls. There's not
OoT's
much.
dead. Yeah. So yeah, it's a thing. Hey, mirror shield on the forest floor master.
All right.
Now we just need a strength upgrade.
Get that
Long
strength
shot.
upgrade.
Yeah, hammer was in Shadow Crusher room. Long shot is in the fire boss key chest.
Oh, thank God we have fast blocks.
Oh my god, absolutely.
That's a big pog champ for me.
Yep. Alright, Forest Ice Switch chest. What is this? As Sponge and Datso go through Shadow, just a heart piece. And Sora's in Forest as well. We probably won't see Quad Forest today.
No, it's gonna take too long to finish Shadow.
Yep.
So I gotta finish
waiting for
Shadow,
the-
go kill Lavagia, and then go back.
Yeah. I had some ribs for dinner, so I'm pretty happy. Chat talking about food. I actually had a speedrun dinner before this started. Lost track of time a little getting randoed by Pokemon Rando, and then had to eat dinner really quickly.
We didn't get the world record today, folks.
Strength for Datsu. What did you have for dinner today, Zellboy?
I made cheddar mac and cheese with chicken. Broccoli.
Oh, that sounds really good, actually.
It was so nice. There's Datsu's Requiem.
Yep. Alright, there's a boomerang!
Alright. Boss key chest broken.
Ooh, if the Banana Lord has almost no house and food in her house, you don't even have any bananas?
Banana Lord has almost no house? Oh no.
No food in her house. I can't words. No food in her house. Rips!
I don't have any house in my food. Damn it, you got me there.
But alright, that will be jobbing for Sora and Sponge next, I'd expect. Although there can't be much in there. At least there can't be our logical forest access in it.
No. I mean, theoretically, we could find Minuet in Forest. We could find either song in Forest.
We just can't find both.
Correct.
Fire, sorry, that's the red po. Words are hard and my brain's a little tired. Has just a stick upgrade.
Expez, if I went to IHOP right now, I'd be missing the race. Are you wild?
Right? Hammer was in the, Shadow Crusher.
Yeah.
Shadow Crusher room. There's 3 chests in there.
Yeah, but only one of them had the hammer.
Yeah.
Do you not have... Who are you, Blizzard?
No, in all seriousness though, I would never try to commentate on a phone because I can barely keep track of 4 monitor screens on a monitor, never mind 4 on a phone.
Com from IHOP, bet.
I prefer the interdimensional hole of pancakes. Lol.
Oh my god, Sora's mirror shield looks so sexy.
That's an interesting one. I thought Sponge's mirror shield was vanilla until I took a closer look. That's actually a bit more orange than the usual.
Yeah, I thought it was vanilla too.
but not quite. Just a little bit paler as PKR finds her hammer. I mean, excellent right then. Trying to think if I should have leftover beef with corn and rice or cook a steak with mashed potatoes. Honestly, it depends on how much time you have. I think both sound pretty good, but if you have the time, some steak sounds really nice.
I was gonna say, it also depends how hungry you are. Making a whole steak if you only want like a quarter of it.
Alright. For the settings of this race, try our settings command. And thank you, KitKat, for putting in the sub-goal command. Our next sub-goal, we are at 461 out of 500 subs. Our next sub-goal is going to be a Wind Waker race streamer co-op race, where we'll have 2 teams of race streamers play a Wind Waker's Randomizer seat together and share information on where stuff is.
I wonder, have the teams been decided, or is that being decided once the goal is met?
The teams have been more or less decided. I don't remember who exactly all signed up for it, but we've got a few different people who are available. We'll have a couple we'll have a couple veterans among the race streamers who know Wind Waker well to guide a newer race streamer in Wind Waker for that.
Are you in the Wind Waker race?
I am not.
Oh.
At least I don't plan on being so. Ouch. I was saying I've done it before. He's commentated it on mobile before when race stream was 2 out of sync with commentator stream. Way of the Hero commands don't exist. No hint commands exist, actually. Every dungeon's Way of the Hero, other than Ice Cavern, and every overworld area is foolish because of the settings.
Way of the Hero goes, yes. That's how I was thinking of answering that.
Or that.
If you can think it, it is, as long as it's in a dungeon.
Yep. Although Ice Cavern got hindered foolish, I mean, it is the most likely dungeon to get hindered foolish. It's about the only one that can, with only 4 items in it.
Pretty much.
Well, 5 because of the song check, but even then, it's still not great.
I'd say maybe water, but...
Yeah, no, even without keys, water actually has quite a few checks. Bong goes down for Datsu, PKR picked up her strength upgrade, and it's purple time for Sponge.
Is the purple one Meg?
Yes, it is. Wasn't bothering saying it.
It's the only one I remember.
Sorry, Brick went for PKR. I thought it was bonus for a second. Oops. Player for Datsu.
Yeah, he's got to get his boss key check.
Yeah, I just know with the other pose that all 4 poses are named after the main characters in Little Women, but the only one I can consistently remember is Meg. Sorry, the others are Joe, Beth, and Amy.
I really love Sora's Mirror Shield. I wish Sponge had that Mirror Shield. That would make me so much happier. Shut up, Meg.
Yeah. Mirror Shield for Sora, a little brownish today, which honestly, how well it works depends on what tunic color you've got, but it works really nicely with this purple.
Oh, yeah.
Because this Mirror Shield color can look terrible with some tunics, but this one works pretty well. Anyone in Forest!
Yes! Alright. So we know we're gonna find Starias somewhere else.
Probably Cloud Spirit.
And it's the last check in Forest too. That makes it even better.
Yep. Nice minuet game.
Probably won't be using it. No, not anymore.
Nope. Minuet in Forest is just like, really, Gabe? Really? I would have liked this before coming to Forest, thank you very much. Long shot for Datsu.
Oh, it sounds like Dotso's audio is back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It might as well just leave it on sponges, though, for the moment.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, Winterheart Pieces in Forest, was it? I've lost track, but that's nice. No one cycle and Phantom Ganon for Sponge.
Unfortunate.
Oh, there we go. Ah, with Falling Ceiling Room, thank you, Soul Blade. Apparently that's where the Winterheart piece was.
He clicked it
I
too
managed to
fast.
totally not say winner correctly. Whoops. And Heart Container on Phantom Ganon, also vanilla. For some reason, okay, Bonk Hunt was blocked by Automod. I don't know, it's fine. So it's added back. Is this even randomized? Apparently not.
Not even a little bit. This is literally how the game is played vanilla.
Alright, Civ Kit for Sponge. I expect this is going to be Jabu. Yep, having picked up that boomerang.
Yeah, might as well get the longest trek out of the way.
Yep, picks up some arrows off the prelude check.
Yep, that's a thing.
And then I expect Child Spirit will also might be done here as well, not having too much else to do. And you do need a second strength upgrade, which could well be there.
We know it's not the first check, but we don't know about the other two.
Oh, there's 3 in Jabu. Child Spirit is quite a few.
That's what I said.
You said the first one can't, but the other 2 can. There's 3, not 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't include Baronade.
Fair enough.
Does the boss really
check.
count as a check?
Alright, Volvachi is down for Datsu, PKR is done with Shadow, and Sora's in the basement of Forest Temple, about to get the rather funny minuet. I expect this is going to be back to Forest Temple for Datsu. Yep, back to Forest.
The good news is he already did some of it, so it'll be a little faster for him.
Yeah, there is that for both Datsu and PKR.
The minor time saves, they need it. I feel like they're behind overall compared to the other 2 runners.
Yeah, PKR will save time in Jabu due to having already set Furores there, so is relatively, I think, probably similar to Datsu, considering she still needs to do Fire Temple, whereas Datsu hasn't dipped Jabu. And Boomerang is in the Forest Temple's Forest Boss Key chest.
Yeah, I feel like Datsun is like seconds ahead of PKR. But
Yeah,
PKR definitely executes better and will make up that time.
Yeah, the average time is just a joke. Because we actually don't know. It depends entirely on the settings. These ones should be quicker. This is looking to be a bit of a longer one, but even then I don't think it's going to take more than about 3 hours for these.
I'm thinking at most an hour and a half more.
Yeah, it's not going to be much more than that.
Only because like we haven't really had to like double, triple dip yet. We've kind of like dungeon item for next dungeon. Okay. Dungeon has item for next dungeon. Okay. There hasn't really been any like long trolling treks back and forth.
Well, Rando be Rando is this taking 3 hours. If this is not looking like the nicest seed in the world, so I don't think it's going to be a sub 2 seed, but sub 2 is possible on these settings.
Yo, sub 3 is possible on every race.
Sponge is a strength 3 from Go Mode, actually, because all trials are on.
Yeah. It's a good thing we got blue fire in the Forest Temple.
We also need Iron Boots or Gold Scale to get into Water Temple.
Iron Boots for logic.
No, it's Boss Keezy. Water is doable as gold scale with Boss Keezy. Because gold scale isn't logic to get into Water Temple. In Key Sanity or Keezy, it is also in logic to do Dark Link and Boss Key and Morpha, sorry. And in fact, in Key Sanity or Keezy, you can even do the. No, sorry, that's Boss Key Chesses you can do with ZL in Keezy or Key Sanity. Not without Iron Boots. Wrong item.
I was gonna say, I think something might be wrong, but what do I know? I don't do special rules too often.
You're all good. That's what I'm here for, knowing the wacky settings.
Yeah! I'm just here to be the eye candy.
Sora's gonna do Child Spirit first, actually, which makes sense. And
I
then
like the spirit
Jabu.
play.
I mean, either makes sense, and Child Spirit. You're gonna do both in this Child segment, because you're not coming back, Child, after this.
No, there's no need. That's literally like the last child dungeon to do.
Yep. Tatsu's now in Forest. PKR is heading back to Forest. Also, eye candy doesn't quite work, as chat points out, when we can't see you. Pretty much, Pexican. Pretty much.
That was a joke, chat.
Semi-classical, if you think Jabu is a trip in vanilla, you should see Master Quest Jabu. It's a real trip.
I'll give you a hint. Yep, that's a hint. The cow. I think you forgot a letter there. The cow.
Yeah. Cows, plural. First check if Child Spirit's a red rupee. Also, PKR's Goron tunic is a nice medium gray here.
Easily my favorite color.
Check out the settings command, Yami Falco. Thank you, Banana Lord. You should do these settings again with Master Quest. We might feature some Master Quest for March, actually. Iron Boots and Jabu! Nothing much in Child Spirit for Sora, I'm pretty sure.
It's a good thing we have Serenade, so we can just go right to Water Temple.
Yep. No scale, though, at the moment. Boomerang for Datso to get to Jabu for Sora. Hey, Tear. Refill for Sponge. Air's rank 2? Ha! Child Spirit climb, sure. Well, there's one strength, Mr. Nintendo, and they can't be too obtuse considering they have to be in dungeons. Here, we do have the Scrubs Central Discord for relatively new random players. You can check that out at the link I am about to post in chat. Along with our main Discord, which I will also post. You can check out the main Discord for if you want to learn more about Rando yourself. Here is what to check out. And we can also check out the Scrubs Central Discord, which is designed more for newer players and does host tournaments for such. RPs for Sponge. Don't believe the other chest and Child Spirit climb had much of anything for Sora. And yeah, Freaky Friday, just general races, pickup races, weeklies, Freaky Fridays, those are all just those are open to any skill level. And nobody's found Saria Song yet. And
that's
you're
the
fine,
only thing
Lilac.
we need for Logical Forest.
It's probably in here. I don't think there's much of anything else left in Logic.
Yeah, it's really gotta be either in Child Spirit or wherever this opens up, which
Is
so far,
Adult Spirit.
yeah.
That's what it is. It's a teenage child spirit or adult spirit. Not too much else to be said there.
I think if the third one was in the well.
Could be GTG strength true with that strength true, but there's not that many checks there. There's only 4. Strength 3 and that would be hilarious.
Yo, look at that medallion.
Yep, that is actually the fire medallion, by the way, is, oh, hey, bomb bag! Last bomb bag on the Colossus' right hand.
We got it, fellas. That is correct, semi-classical. No skulls.
Yep, because the Sculptular House checks are also disabled. All overworld checks are disabled. And alright, this is Jabu for Sora. Found a strength 2 and not much else really for in Child Spirit.
Which that's honestly enough. That's all you need out of the spirit. Not a fan of Datsu's mirror shield color, like the green.
That one's yeah, it's a little too grayish for me. If it were a little brighter green, it would work nicely with this tunic color. But that green's just a little too washed out.
I agree. That's definitely the issue with it. Rune, there's only so much to talk about in this scene. We gotta talk about something.
Yep, it's pretty standard in commentary for us to talk about various runners' cosmetics. The Sora doing an interesting thing with Chicken and River.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm a little confused.
Way. I mean, like, it's a strat, sure, but...
No. I mean, he did lose a chicken, that's what's important.
Yeah?
Chrissy, Datsu just got his mirror shield. It should be washed out because just after getting it. Also, you'd think it wouldn't be as reflective if it were worn out.
Do you think Link's the type of guy to buy, like, pre-cut jeans?
Probably.
Even though they're more expensive, or do you think he'd save on it?
I don't know, actually. I mean, Link spends money on the most random stuff sometimes.
That's true. Team always buy jeans.
Okay, Pika, sorry, is gonna pick up that heart. The winner heart piece is what this was. And Jabu's done for Sponge.
And on the way out, oh yeah, by the way, here's the letter.
Yep.
As Sponge is leaving, Sora's handing him the letter.
Yep. Alright, Child Spirit for Sponge. Really just seeing everyone do pretty similar routes, other than the early divergence by Datsu and Pika. Datsu and Pika did early fourths into Deep Fire, but other than that, it's been a pretty linear seed. Has not been much divergence.
And the only payoff is they have Big Goron Sword. They didn't really get anything else out of it.
No, not really. BGS could carry Sword, I guess, but even that doesn't really do much.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, Big Goron will save him a couple of hits on a few fights, but overall, I'm not sure if it was worth it yet.
I don't think so, because just climbing that fire temple takes ages, especially because they went all the way up fire, and there really wasn't much of anything else. Cocaine Sword doesn't saves even less time than the Goron Sword.
I mean, just straight comparing Datsu to Sponge right now, he's a full dungeon behind.
Yep. Yeah, we're not seeing anything new.
Not yet.
Nope. And
Yo,
at this
hyper
point,
minuet.
yep, Minuet for that. But yeah, at this point, we're really just missing a strength 3 from Go mode.
Yeah.
Which I guess means we can get a bet going for where is that strength 3? It could be anywhere other than Light Trial, and other than Light Trial, that's the only place in the Overworld stuff.
That's really interesting that, like, nothing else could have been in a trial. Everything else had to be in a dungeon. That's the only thing that could be. That and light arrow.
Yeah, well, it could have been something like Fire Arrows too, but not much with the All Dungeons Bridge.
Yeah, that's what I mean though, like required.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to open up that bet now. Where did I put those gauntlets? I'm going to bet the toilet. They can't be the Overworld, they can't be any of the dungeons we've already seen, they can't be Light Trial. That's about it, as PKR picks up her minuet. She's
Going
gotten
with
made
Shadow
up quite a
Trial?
bit of time on Datso in Forest Temple, actually, too. Like, she's not that far behind. She was quite a few minutes behind entering Sheriff, so she's made up most of it. There's Strength 2 for Sponge.
Yeah, she was pretty far behind Dotso earlier, but she's entering Fan again as he's ending it. That's really fast.
Showing off her skills and why she won the Challenge Cup last season and is one of the top seeds in the top 32 this season. The only female runner in all of top 32, one of just a handful in top 100. I have a little bit more variety and more female representation on the commentary and tracking side of things, but there are not many she/her runners.
Definitely an inspiration, though.
Oh, absolutely. Strength 1 was in Strength 1 was Shadowwind Hint Room. Hey, good, Banana. Banana Lord, despite her username, is in fact does in fact use she/her pronouns, as do I, by the way. That's a going child now. Jabu and Child Spirit in some order is his to-do list. Same for PKR, I expect. As Sponge is going adult for, I presume, Adult Spirit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He can go water, he can go spirit, he can go anywhere.
Just
Whatever.
needs rank 3.
Yeah. And it looks like water first.
Yep.
So, do you just go mode water and hope that you find strength 3 in spirit? Or do you check everything?
I think you might skip out on water because it is a long time for not a lot of checks relative to the other dungeons. Spirit is a lot, as Datso is going to do Child Spirit, then Jabu, and where's PKR going actually?
She's just using Ferraris. And
Okay. Did she not finish Forest Temple? Huh.
I think she go moded and didn't check the boss key.
Okay, makes sense. I was wondering what she was doing. So,
That's the only thing. She doesn't have boomerang, so that's gotta be it.
Yeah?
It was a decision.
Irons are in Jabu, yes.
That sucked for Sponge. He sniped Morpha, but he fell through the stage.
Ooh. Yeah, PKR, go but Force is now going to go back through and get the last few checks. Does also need her Mirror Shield off of Floormaster. Interesting forest routing, which does explain at least part of how she caught up to Datsu so quickly, it seemed like.
Yeah.
But I think she probably ultimately did make up some time. Will definitely make up time with her Forest win in Jabu at any rate, even later.
Yeah.
If she lost some time earlier walking all the way there, but it was a sensible choice as there's her mirror shield. And she will get a bunch of time back.
Yeah, looks like... Where is she gonna go next? She didn't get irons yet.
Probably a safe quit here.
Yeah.
Yep, there
That's
we go.
fair.
So yeah, we're gonna give it a few minutes. I'm gonna close the bed in a couple of minutes. Probably when, I don't know, Sponge finishes Twin River, because I think that's where he's going next. I think that'll be when I'll close the bet.
That was a pretty far amount of time.
I might close it earlier, I don't know, depending on mood. Especially, also I will know that Sponge's gold-colored silver gauntlets. That's confusing.
Harold bet the correct answer. Oof.
Mm-hmm. Alright, PK are also going to do Child Spirit than Jabu. Bet pad, isn't really a thing in these settings.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. Serenade's the quickest warp song only because it has the fewest notes.
Yep. Also, Sponge is skipping the first two checks in Adult Spirit.
So we're just doing box skip.
Yep. Oh, there was a bottle in a spirit map chest I missed earlier. Forgot so there. I believe that was our second bottle outside of Rudo's letter. There's the Goron tunic in Adult Spirit.
Hey!
Not
So
actually Goron tunic locked. Neither wallet was waved here today. Zolvagia didn't lock anything, and Deep Fire wasn't all that helpful either. Hi, Silver Scale! Would have liked that a while ago.
Our first one.
Yep. And Sponge has already done Water and Jabu, so that skill makes no difference to him. Sponge hard go voting spirit here.
Yo, what is up, Ludub?
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, the sky. Lol. Yeah, Baronade's down for Sora.
I like that sound effect of like the wrong sun icon. That.
Alright, Sponge is gonna just hard go moding spirit, betting that Ganon's castle has strength 3, it seems, today.
Yeah, skipped boss key chest. Just went straight to boss.
Mm-hmm.
Not.
That or he
sure
might
that...
not. Has he forgotten that it's all trials? Because he might have.
I hope not. That'll be a little awkward.
Yeah, he'll find out if he's forgotten soon. At any rate, would feel bad though.
And what's his last dungeon?
This is his last dungeon.
Oh, okay. He just marked off his.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Good catch from chat that PK has been rings the mark. That will be marked shortly. Hopefully. Nice Iron Knuckle fight for Sponge. Sora's going back adult. Datsu's off to Jabu. No, he's done Jabu. He's off back adult is what he... No,
Yeah.
Datsu's heading for Jabu. This is what he's doing. I'm losing track of things.
Yeah, he's
Datsu's
doing
heading for
now.
Jabu. PKR is finishing off Jabu, and it's turnover time for Sponge. The most powerful warrior in Hyrule fallen by a stick.
Makes you really wonder what those Deku sticks are made of. they're sturdy enough to smack a guy in full armor and do damage, but you can't hit like anything else with it. It's only got one shot. Also, Sponge having terrible Twin Rova. It took so long for the first shot.
Yeah.
Didn't even hit it. Oh man.
Troll Rova being Troll Rova today for Sponge.
Oh no, where's the other one?
Off screen.
Nope.
Gee.
Oh my god. And then it fires immediately. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Twin Rova. At least that's a
Wow.
guaranteed hit. Good
I was close.
reflexes
He
there.
almost missed the shield.
Yeah, that was very fast reaction from Sponge there. Nicely done.
Deku Tree is not a beast. He's a tree. It's in the name.
Sora is not go-moding Adult Spirit.
We'll find out if it's for the better or not.
Yeah.
This is the kind of gamble that, like, you'd take in a weekly, but
I mean, this is a weekly of sorts, as Sora finds her last bottle in the Spirit Compass chest. Well, Freaky Fridays run every week, it's just that they only get restreamed every other week.
yeah.
You know what's funny? Looking at the notes sheet, we haven't seen any other bows besides the one in Deku Tree, to the best of my knowledge. It's kind of funny, because we've seen a lot of major items, we've seen a lot of dungeons, but we haven't seen a bow.
Yeah.
Other than the first one.
We're still one song short, but, I mean...
It wasn't an Adult Spirit, which is interesting.
Well,
Tell me
it might
something.
be. We didn't check everything here yet.
Oh, true, yeah, because Sponge did skip just about everything in it. So yeah, it's probably here somewhere in Adult Spirit.
Logical
Yeah.
Forest access when?
Pikiera is done with Jabu, Sponge is done with,
Yeah, actually,
Twin
it
Rova.
has to be in Spirit.
Yeah, we've seen every other dungeon that could have it at this point.
It has to be anything that's before Mirror Shield checks.
Oh, it could be GTG Strength 2 room is the other one.
True.
The Strength 2 was not Saria's locked. Or Forest Access locked, generally. Requiem was available. Yeah, Safeguard for Sponge.
You will need the classic controller.
It cannot be in water because the Iron Boots were in Jabu, locked behind a boomerang in Forest Temple. And at least one, and we have no idea where Gold Scale is, so you can't even get into water that way, even if there are a handful of checks in logic there.
Empty bottle, alright.
We saw that earlier.
We only have our first scale. We don't know where the second is.
There's a good chance it might be in it just might be in the rest of Water Temple. Heart container for Sora, up to 12 hearts now.
Yo, talk about healthy boy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, which trial are we going to first?
Sure,
Spear.
just gonna go around in a circle. Irons for Natsu, Sora's casting Dins on these Anubis. Whatever the plural is.
Anubai?
I don't know.
Yo, what even is a hitbox? Like, I hate these spikes on the ground.
Yeah.
What's left for fun?
all of Adult Spirit. There's double magic in the Spirit Forearmos.
Yeah, he's got Spirit Temple and also Water Temple. He didn't check anything in.
Yep.
And naturally all the trials.
Yeah. That's, by the way, Magic Lock Magic! Because Strength
fine.
was Magic Lock in Shadow Temple. And remembering how to do trials, nice and quick Spirit Trial. And I completely forgot to close the vet, so it's closing now.
Fine. It hasn't popped up yet. We're okay.
Oh, I would have remembered when it popped up. I had remembered just now. Prelude here for Sora.
Da-na-na-na.
Bunch
What are we
PKR started doing some nifty bomb shoe strats in Child Spirit. And Strength 2.
Yeah, that is mildly frustrating. You can't use light arrows to proc the Sun Spirit Trial.
Mm-hmm.
Salty's not go mode because we need Strength 3.
Yep.
Need it in order to get to finish the Fire Trial and also get to the Light Trial.
Correct. Alright, Spirit Boss Key Chest for Sora. There was PKR's bottle out of the Spirit Map Chest.
That was
Ooh.
unfortunate.
Art Container for Sora in the Spirit Boss Key Chest, and that's about it for Spirit Temple. Whatever our logic is, it's not here.
That means the song has to be in GTG behind Strength 2.
Yeah, we've seen everything else that's in logic for that song.
That or Toilet.
No, irons are rang locked.
Oh, yeah, good point.
And for much that reason, if Gold Skill is in the GTG lifelike room, there are some checks in Water Temple that it could be. Because Longshot was available without... Yeah, Longshot was available without...
Yes.
without Forest access. Yeah, we've seen almost every dungeon, so we... there's another bow in Water Trial. And an ice trap. Sun is a fool!
It's possible the third bow's in Ice Cavern.
Yeah. As yeah, the other two bows were... well...
I'd say French vanilla at least. I can't confirm vanilla.
Yeah. I generally don't remember what the ice traps are in vanilla.
Not until I open the chest.
Mm-hmm. I hope Sponge doesn't think he has gold colors because of the colors. Because if he does, that's a big ouch.
I don't think this is a bad play either way for him.
Oh, no,
yeah,
it
he's
isn't.
opening chests, so he's got to know that.
He's missing his strength, yeah.
If he was go mode, he'd just be charging through Nora chests.
Yep. Not knowing the fast strats for, not knowing all the fast strats, at least for Water Trial's just gonna do it this way. Oh, and does not get this jump, which is a little finicky. You can, in fact, just jump from here and make it. It can be a little tricky, as Sponge is finding out.
Not with a short hop like that, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is.
And there we go. You don't actually need blue fire for this, you just hammer right on through the wall.
Just so silly.
It is. What is collision, even? Although Sponge is not having a good time with it.
Yeah, I think it looks like he's giving up and just going back for the fire. He's
I
got the
think so.
bottle.
May as well after failing that a few times.
Datsun killed Baronade. That happened.
Yep. Sora's on Twinrova. Sponge is looking for strength 3, Uni.
Yep. We also never found lens.
Nope, don't need it, but it can't be in disabled locations, so it's probably in water temples or something.
Yeah.
Still missing our third bow and our gold scale also. And Sorry Song still hasn't shown up. Interesting exercise with these settings to the paid over logic because we know only things in logic are dungeons. Oh yeah, Sora not getting the one cycle on Twinrova. Going to have to go again.
And now he's got to pay attention though.
Yeah. And yep, there's a fire shot. As we see a Bloopy and Shadow Trial 1 for Sponge, and the bottle and the Goron tunic and
With the color scheme, that fire looks like mud on the ground.
Oh, Datsu's thing went wonky again. I actually have no idea what's causing it, but something happens to Datsu's stream. I think he's playing on Virtual Console. I think that has to do with his TV, as we see our final true pack on Shadow Trial 2. And
TV live.
There we go. Yeah, I think Datsu's TV is acting up. It's that or maybe his capture. I'm not quite sure what, but Datsu's having a little bit of technical issues. It's gonna head for Adult Spirit now.
Rip the bet for Shadow Trial?
No. And Sponge is gonna at least step forwards here. That is out of here for Sponge.
Yeah, he's gotta go back and check. Does he go Spirit first or Water?
It's Spirit.
Spirit.
Makes sense. He skipped a lot of checks in there.
Yeah.
Sora is going to go Water Temple now. We'll see how much he does in here.
Sora's got a full clear. There's no way he doesn't.
I don't expect he'll skip anything, yeah. And not at this point. It's this for Trials. I mean, he might do Trials first and then come back for Water Temple, especially with Serenade. Because Trials is a lot faster and has a similar number of checks.
I don't know. I think he just does Water now. He's here. There's no point.
Yeah, he might. Also, we were discussing Mirror Shield colors earlier. I do like PKRs, kind of. Usually, I think it's brown. The lighting's kind of wonky in Spirit to tell for sure, but it works with her mirror. It works with her tunic color.
I really like her glove color, that bright teal.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Just doesn't quite match the Mirror Shield.
No, it definitely clashes heavily, but as a color in its own right, it looks great.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just not the greatest color combination I've ever seen.
PKR not just long-shotting to the top, only long-shotting halfway.
She doesn't have long shot, didn't? Because remember, she
yeah.
she didn't do the boss key loop. Oh no. She went back for Valjaja and bailed, something I missed earlier.
Yeah. Big oof on her part.
That might be a last location long shot at this point. We'll see, because that's going to be a bit of an issue. No, I can tell from her C button. You can compare PKR and Sponge's C buttons there for their hookshot and longshot. That is definitely a hookshot on PKR side. It can be hard to tell, but we do have a direct comparison. Datsu up top, also because everyone else you can see they all actually have long shot. They all actually have hookshot or long shot equipped. Pika definitely is the only person with a hookshot only. Long shots in the fire boss key chest, Mr. Nintendo. That probably also does explain a little bit of how PKR seemingly caught up to Datsu as quickly as she did.
Yeah,
Is skipping that bottom
minor
loop.
checks.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just not going to pay out for PKR today. Yep, and PKR's personal tracker, which as volunteers can see, is also showing just the hookshot, so PKR is going to need to get back to that boss key chest of Fire Temple sometime. Sora's being water and is going to go trials now.
Yeah,
Makes
did not
sense.
full clear it.
I mean, it's slow. Trials are direct progression, and they're faster too.
As we're gonna find out, it's either gonna be in water or in GTG at this point.
Yeah, we've seen everything else, and we know Ice Cavern's foolish. But at least for the moment, we're back to not seeing anything new from anyone. Double Adult Spirit for Datsu and Sponge. PKR is also in Adult Spirit, though finishing it off, and Sora's heading for Trials. Nothing new.
So how's your day, Star?
Not too bad. Been pretty busy this week. Got a lot of things to do. Been organizing the Challenge Cup. Our group stages are coming to an end. Got a couple matches left.
Challenge Cup? What's that involve?
Yeah, so for those who don't know, the Challenge Cup is a subs tourney within the top 32 of the top 32 standard tournament. As Sponge falls in a hole, does thankfully get all the Anubises down beforehand, though. The Challenge Cup is a sub tourney after the top 32 for the runners who did not make the top 32 in qualifiers, but were in the top 96 of those who chose to opt in. As Sponge finds his double magic. Sora here is actually in the Challenge Cup, was in Group F, and was first place out of a tiebreaker to move on to brackets. Was a really fun tiebreaker for first and second place. The Challenge Cup is being hosted over at twitch.tv/thesilvergauntlets. Putting that link in chat. The Silver Gauntlets in particular. If I could type and talk at the same time, that would help.
Honestly, the most difficult thing.
That failed. I forgot to yell. Silver.
The Cyber Gauntlet. C'est that?
There we go. That's the correct spelling. And you can also check out our Discord, which I will also provide a link for right now.
Do you have to type that one, or?
I can copy that one. There's Prelude for Sponge. Yeah, you can get updates and you can get updates on races. You can find out how to volunteer for the Silver Gauntlets over there, and you can just kind of chill out. Yeah, we've had some spectacularly bad seeds for the Challenge Cup. We've had 5 Challenge Cup races that failed to sub 4.
Damn.
Out of our spreadsheet seems to be mildly borked at the moment, but we've had 97 races so far that finished. And yeah, we've only had a handful in less than a third, only about a quarter of our races so far have managed to sub 3.
Damn.
Our average time is currently at 3:15.
I mean, this has still been fairly easy. We're 2 hours in and we're 1 item shy of go mode.
Oh yeah, no, this one's fine. It's generally, these settings are generally shorter.
Yeah, Keezy I feel was way too quick.
Yeah, Keezy combined with disabling all overworld checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we know where the Deceptive come from. Indeed, this Strength Hunt. PKR is done with Spirit, time for Water. I expect Datsu will be doing much the same once he takes down his Twin Roba.
Hopefully he has better luck than Sora and Sponge.
turnover has not been nice.
We have PKR and Water Temple without long shot, so she's gonna have to full clear.
Yeah,
She might be the first one to find strength 3.
she might, because she's starting off here with the Darkling Loop. Okay. We're just gonna fell into the waterfall and void out there, but does make it. Phew.
That was a really cool way of doing it.
Yeah, it was. You can barely even see Sponge there, surrounded by fire as you place Serenade to work the water temple.
It's a little hot in here. Let me go to the lake, cool off.
Yeah, jump in the water, put the fire out.
There you go. It looks like he forgot to equip his boots for a second.
Yep.
Darkling got dead.
Yeah, 15 Heart Darkling took a while there for PKR. They have done a lot of checks this seed. Heart Piece and Darkling, making that 16 hearts now! And happy 2 hours, everyone.
So I think we can all agree that Sponge is going to win this on the restream.
I'd say so at this point, that Sponge is pretty solidly ahead of the other 3. Because he's done everything else, and is last location in Water Temple. PKR, Sora's long shots. Sora's doing trials. Datso is going to do more fun now. We'll see if he does more of water, if he also heads for trials. And there's our last bow. Water
Right
Crackle.
on.
Long shots in the
boss key chest in fire.
Yep. And unfortunately, PKR has left that behind. Also, I realized that Datsu's pause menu there, that is Goron and Kokiri tunics are about the same shade of dark greenish blue, and then his Zora tunic is a bright green.
Yeah. I didn't even notice a change between him and Goron.
Yeah, and PKR is not doing more of Water Temple. Interesting.
I mean,
Bailing out and...
I was really hoping she was getting long shot.
Yeah, but no, is this Ice Cavern?
I
think this is Ice Cavern.
Why would I guess.
I don't know, honestly. Is she trying to stick to logic?
Gotta be. It has to be Ice Cavern, because there's no way she's going back Forest. She cleared Forest. And she has Minuet. The only option is Ice. Datso is the only one that saw the hit.
Yeah. Well, goodbye PKR for the next while.
Yeah, she's out of it.
Out of the running, that is. She's not out of it in terms of...
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. That is what I meant.
Yep, and oh no, Sora's going deep! Fire!
At least he'll get the big Goron sword.
After he's done most everything that it's useful for? We've seen all of his trials, Shadow Warrior. It's not there.
We already saw the checks in Water Temple on the left side.
No, only some. PK only did Darkling River Dragon. She hasn't done the rest. She only did the part that's Gold Skill available. Gee! Oh! Water Temple's foolish!
Ooh, that means... literally, Staria's and Strength 3 is in GTG.
Yeah,
This is the only place it can be.
we have seen everything else because we know that because Datsu saw a hint that Ice Cavern is foolish. PKR just saw a hint that Water Temple is foolish. Cavalier Swords and Deep Fire. It's open Deku though. We've seen all the trials, it's not there.
Saria's couldn't be in a trial because that's our logical forest access.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
whoever
it's-
decides to go GTG again.
Yeah, absolutely. No one checked the hint when doing Jamu because all overworld checks are dead and the hints are fairly universally useless. Most of them are just telling you that overworld's foolish and dungeon's way of the hero, but surprisingly we've got some of this. As oh, Datsu's capture went funky again for a second there. And those freeze frames does make me think though that the mirror shield color does work better when paired with a similarly colored tunic at least.
Yeah. Still not a fan of it.
Yeah. So, foolish ice for PKR, foolish water for sponge. Well, there's the Ocarina of Time! Sora's
Quick, update
doing...
the command.
Yeah, Sora's doing the foolish... doing the fire temple we've seen already, there's not much in Deep Fire. And Datsu's capture card is being funny. So... but he's doing trials now. Okay, he's back, it seems. But yeah, nothing new.
Ocarina of Time teaches Ice Cavern.
That is Ocarina locked, because you do need to play ZL to get into Ice Cavern. If absolutely nothing else, you need that much. There's other things too.
Feels bad, man, for all the runners right now.
Yeah.
I wonder why none of them wanted to go back GTG. I guess because water's faster.
It's more checks too. I mean, GTG's only 5 checks.
Yeah, but they're condensed. It's
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where Sponge goes. He's done with water now. No, he still has some of water left. He still has a Darkling Blue, which PK already did. And
yeah.
PKR also knows that water is foolish, so at least he's not going back to the deep parts of it.
Yeah, she did Darkling and that's it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's also no warp to GTG. So
Yeah,
it's just a little hard to get to.
He was already in Spirit. He could just reverse Wasteland. And...
Yeah. PKR will eventually go back to fire. It's got to be on her to-do list just because she knows that water is foolish, so she isn't going to be completing that, and she can't get to trials without Longshot. A curious sort of Sora, and PKR has already done Deep Fire, so isn't going to end up there. I worry Sponge is going to find himself in Deep Fire after this, because it is a lot of checks.
Yeah.
Mathematically, it's the correct play. Unfortunately, we've already seen all of it. There's a bit.
If he goes Deep Fire, that might be enough for Dots to pull up if he decides to go GTG before redoing Water.
Yeah. This is anyone's game right now, and Hikiyara at least has acknowledged that water is foolish, which will give her some time back as well, despite the long shot disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, all she has to do is clear Water. All she has to do is go kill Morpha, and she's just trials behind at that point. So as long as she finds Strength 3 and does Water, or anyone else finds Strength 3.
I mean, at this point, PKR's next play is likely GTG, which would get her long shot and her logical Saria's and her Saria song at this point, we know. And then she would kill Morpha and have really nothing left besides the fire boss key loop. As long as she remembers it exists, I think she should hopefully be okay. Sora here is climbing the pier to Pierre, the pier chest area of fire. Yeah, the ice cavern has a load of nothing for PKR.
17 hearts.
Yep, a healthy seed. Datso and Sora at 14 and Sponges at 12.
Alright, what's her
Zelda
play here?
finishes yet either. We had a very large race today. 16 people entered. We have had 2 forfeits so far, and no finishers among the 14 people still going. Yes, this is going to be a GTG play for PKR because she knows water is foolish and she has nowhere else to go besides the Boskilupa Fire Temple. So this makes sense.
So that's good. That's gonna be strength 3 for her.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, if she gets strength 3 and then decides to go back to Fire Loop.
She should, because she doesn't have much else left to do, in all honesty.
She can't go to Trials yet until she clears Water Temple.
And she needs to go to Water Temple because she needs her long shot from Fire to go beat Water. So I think PKR might be in a really good position just because of that goof on Fire Temple a while ago. Because Datso's currently clearing out Trials, Soria is clearing out Fire Temple, and Sponge is also in Fire Temple. Yeah, this is not gonna help anyone. PKR did everything most of Fire Temple very early, except for Volvagia and the Bosky Loop. And then when she went back with Hammer, she only killed Volvagia. She didn't do the Bosky Loop. I'm not sure why. We'll have to ask her for interview if she joins. Maybe she just didn't want to spend the time to do it. Datso playing Serenade now. I expect this is going to be a Water Temple clear. Datso does have the advantage of knowing Ice Cavern is foolish, so GTG will be his next play after Water. Unfortunately for us, we know that there's nothing in Water Temple.
Yeah. You're gonna clear Water and then go GTG, which is be upsetting, but hey, that's life.
Yeah, PKR is back in GTG. I guess she didn't go around this way earlier because she hasn't collected the silver rupees, but this will be the GTG like room for PKR.
She probably skipped it because she didn't have strength too, so she's like, I got everything else. When I have strength, I'll go clear these items.
Yeah, PKR is slightly ahead then, because she will never touch Trials. She will not touch Deep Water. She has already done Deep Fire. PKR is just out of other things to do.
Yeah. That's so weird, because like 2 minutes ago we were saying she's dead last, and now it's like, wait, no.
Yeah,
First?
Water Temple Foolish changed everything, to be honest.
Yeah. She will have to do them, but so like they'll have a slight edge that they've already done half of them, but just
But she can at least skip all of the chests in there, which saves a good amount of time, actually.
Yeah, because that's a whole lot of animations.
A lot of opening chests. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of time spent just spawning and opening chests in Trials, so PKR will be able to save some time on it.
And like, look how fast she cleared that room. That was clean.
And there's Sorry Song. GTG like room. We're finally back in Logic.
Hey, we did it.
And ooh, good point that Sora's going GTG over Ice Cavern, which is gonna pay out.
Oh yeah. That might put Sora in the lead now.
Oh
hey, we got the paperweight.
Yeah.
15%.
And there's Strength 3! GTG like room.
Oh, those purple gloves. Oh, if only she had a different colored tunic.
Yeah. And yes, we are at meme percent. The only thing we're missing is a gold scale, which, where is that gold scale? Probably Light Trial.
Yeah.
I think we've seen every other check in the game that's in a dungeon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
We did not see
we also
Lens.
haven't seen the lens. That's probably also in Light Trial. Could be also be the toilets, true. Light Trial and toilet are the only things left.
That could be a big time loss on PKR if she goes and does toilet. Because that just takes like a minute or two to do. Which
Yeah.
Sora's going GTG. He already
But
cleared the other
Sora's
dungeon.
gonna be in go mode after strength 3 and just get out of here. New toilet needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will pick bet winners now. So, looking at premium bets, Mr. Nintendo, you win with GTG Block Room. And on the regular side, Yami Falco wins with back chest and GTG behind strength 2 check. Yep, that'll be it.
Yep.
Although I
Nailed
Quagslayer's
it.
bet of Trezor's kitchen sink. Because you guys guessed perfectly. Alright, actually though, unfortunately Sora, it seems like changed his mind about going to GTG and is going Lake now?
I don't think he opened the gate.
Oh right, season 3 settings, the gate isn't open from that side if you don't open it, right.
Yeah.
That would be why. That would be why. Thankfully though, he's still not bothering with Water Temple. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sora. That's the big thing. Despite the gate goof, he didn't forget about. He did not forget. He did not do Water Temple.
The weird music would be Fire Temple background music.
That would be fire background music, yes. Also, is it too loud? Because I actually can't tell. Sponge's got very quiet audio today. And nothing on the toilets. PKR is. Where is she going?
Reverse wasteland? No, what? Oh, could she not froze wind in GTG?
Okay, audio's okay. Sure, thank you. Did PKR skip checks in Spirit Temple?
Probably. She's been skipping checks everywhere.
Yeah, must be, because, I'm not sure what exactly she skipped, but she must have skipped some of it, because she wouldn't be back here otherwise. So,
Dots in Foolish Water.
Yep. Sponge is in Foolish Deep Fire. And Sora here is heading back to GTG, which we know has his go mode, so Sora's actually in the lead.
Yeah.
There's been so much back and forth this scene, it's ridiculous. Between PKR, Dotso, and Sponge, it's hard to say.
With the lead Sponge had, it's wild Sora will win. Facts.
Well, the difference between Sponge and Sora is going to be that Sponge full cleared Water Temple.
Yeah. Same for Dotso. They did water and Sora skipped water.
Yeah.
Strength 3 is the last item.
Strength 3 is the last item for Dotso. Pink Kitty Rose's shortest long shot. Her long shot from the Fire Temple boss key chest. Yeah, Speaker has to go fire because she just doesn't have anything else left in dungeons.
Yeah, there's nowhere else to go.
Mm-hmm. I love, by the way, how like Forest was in logic today with strength. Sorry, song being in a GTG like room of all places, luck behind strength upgrades and Shadow Wind Hint and Child Spirit line.
And of course, the strength is in the last check.
Of course it is. There it is. And that is go mode for Sora.
Oh, and he already dropped it in the fire trial? Ugh, what a man.
Even better. Oh, and then the prop point out.
Sora's gotta be thinking either someone's fighting Ganon right now, or he's winning. Like,
yeah.
those are the only two outcomes for him.
Also doing a neat little strat here to do the water boss key, the water bow target chest. This is legal, by the way. It uses a bomb to push you around the corner, basically. Unfortunately, Datsu didn't.
What? He was there, but then he walked back, and
I think he might have clipped out of bounds a little bit there. It's hard to tell, but this is a legal strat that's just very tricky to do. Huh. And PKR is back in Fire Temple! Woohoo!
Alright, PKR. Solid chance for second place.
I think so, as I think Sponge is going Ice Cavern. Well, bye-bye, Sponge.
Yeah, that just killed Sponge's chance.
Yeah, because if he'd gone GTG after this, he would have been close with PKR, having already done much of Trials. Yeah, Datsu does at least have the Ice Foolish hint, doesn't have the Water Foolish hint, though. So
Yeah.
Datsu, whose capture card is going funky again, is going to be full clearing Foolish Water here. Sponge has had the lead for a good chunk of the seed, yes. Having managed to bypass Deep Fire for most of the seed is honestly what put Sponge and Sora ahead for so long. Because Deep Fire had nothing, but then as the Strength 3 hunt got going, then Sponge and Sora went Deep Fire.
Also, his chat has been excitedly saying, yeet.
Yep, yeet! And Blue P there for PKR. The next chest will be her Go Mode Longshot.
Do you want to put a bet on where the long shot is?
What? Sponge skipping right past that Water Foolish hint.
So is PKR second or is Datsu second?
I think Datsu has too much left of water, but it's going to be close between those two. And then Sponge is,
Dead last.
yeah. Yeah, well, only took so long for Ice Cavern, at least. That Sora's lead here is made up of the fact that he skipped he skipped Deep Water and he skipped Ice Cavern, and that's how Sora's currently first place on Restream and quite possibly first overall at the rate we're going. Because we still haven't had any finishers.
But hey, 2.5 hours. This seed's sub 3, baby.
No, yeah, I expected a sub 3 out of these settings. Honestly, this one's been one of the trollier ones with how much the runners have cleared.
This was either gonna sub 3 or like post 4. And it all depended on exactly if it was like Trez's Plando, where all the items that had you go back and forth, dipping dungeons for one item to go clear another one, to dip another. That could have been like a 4-hour run.
But this is not a Plando. To decide everything, this isn't even a pseudo Plando where we planned like, one or two things on the specific checks for the Freaky Friday theme. This is just straight up regular old rando. And yeah, this is a pretty trolly because for Sponge at least, this is 100% of every dungeon in the game besides Light Trial.
Yeah.
He's still going to be about 3 hours or so, even with clearing every single dungeon in the game. But it is still quite a bit. As Datsu is going GTG! Woohoo!
He didn't forget the gate.
Yeah. Gonna be close between him and PKR, yeah, because she has to do trials. She can skip all the chests, but there is still a good few minutes of just doing trials.
I think PKR will squeak ahead because she's had better execution for a lot of it.
Yeah, she has. It's been hard to tell because of skipping checks here and there, which has thrown those for a loop as to just how far ahead she is by dint of execution. But she is ahead, I think. Just not by a lot, despite what it looks like right now.
They're seconds apart.
Yeah, it's close. There's the ocarina. Time for Sponge. Honestly, the difference for PKR really over Sponge here is that she saw the water foolish hint.
Yeah, that's
She's
the only difference.
Well, she saw the water foolish hint and she managed to the last location and she go-moted her long shot, which meant that the trial chests are not done for her. She has
Yeah.
to do the trials, but she doesn't have to do the chests, which will save her a couple of minutes. And in time, in the meantime, for Sora.
And Datsu's big advantage is he knew Ice Cavern was foolish.
Yeah. Sora just managed to skip both foolish locations without either of the hints.
Yeah.
And it paid out. I think Datsu, I'm sure Datsu's set for Rosengan's Castle, but I honestly don't know.
If he did, he's second place. If he didn't,
Yeah.
he's third. That's the
Yeah.
answer I'm going with.
Strength 3 is right here for Natsu, more or less. One of these checks.
It is going to be the last chest he opens.
Yep. Phase 2 of Ganon now for Sora. Sorry, a song for Natsu. And it's Forest Trial for PKR. There's the paperweight for Natsu. And here's his Gobo with Strength 3.
Ba-da-da-da. Oh, he's pulling out roars, so I'm guessing, yeah, he's gonna come second.
It looks like it, yeah.
Well, third, because we have Midori finish first place to 2509.
Sniping PKR, who is finishing up
Sora.
here first on Sora, that's PKR. Raid. Sora, second place. Overall, first on Restream, 225.32. GG's.
Damn. That's unfortunate.
Yep, and Sponge is playing Requiem, probably forgetting the gate as well. This will be this is gonna be GTG though, at least, because Sponge has done everything else in the game.
Shuffled Ocarina didn't matter because the Ocarina was in the third chest.
Yeah, and Midori saying sorry about that when it came to the snipe. Indeed, what a race. Really fun time, really fun settings. I'm kind of glad this was not as much of a doozy as some of our other Freaky Fridays, as they tend to be.
Oh, for sure.
Because our Freaky Fridays can be quite long. It's nice to get a shorter one. Yeah, Sora is in the waiting room, or I'm gonna go tow him in, and then we'll see how he thought of the seed. Hey Sora,
Hello.
GG's.
Hello, GG. I got the snipe.
Yeah, what the
Yeah,
snipe?
that was rough.
I deserve it though for avoiding out in fire trial twice.
So, what did you think overall of this seed, Sora?
It was fun. It felt like I was just doing a normal glitchless run. It's just all rushing dungeons, which I enjoyed. Only a little. There's a little bit of casino thrown in there at the end, but not too.
Yeah,
Overall, you
so-
lucked out.
Oh, you absolutely lucked out.
Datso found a hint that Ice Cavern was foolish, and PKR found a hint that Water Temple was foolish, and you just lucked into not going either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I metagamed a little bit. I kind of told myself that I'd walked in the water and just killed more fun left, and I don't know. Ice, the KZ skip. Everyone's gonna rush ice at some point. I figured I'd just go back and clear GTG before I go back to water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only hints I read the whole seed were the Temple of Time hints.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are helpful. I don't even remember what they were beyond there was a wild forest was one of the hints, and that was about the only hint we got. And I remember, because the rest are just Dungeon Way of the Hero Overworld Foolish,
Yeah.
which I didn't even bother writing down, because, well, fairly pointless.
So yeah, honestly, for a while you looked to be like third place, and then you just didn't go water. You went deep fire, and then straight to GTG. It's like, all right, you win.
Yep. You and Sponge followed very, very similar routes for most of the seed, actually, up until Water and Spirit, really. Sponge go moded Adult Spirit. Like, hard go
Yeah,
moded it.
didn't even check like boss keys, just straight up right to Twin Rova.
Yep.
Yeah, I was kind of.
Whereas you full cleared it, so a little bit of time saved there and not doing that double dip. The other one is also Sora that Sponge obviously full cleared water, he full cleared Ice Cavern, he reversed Wasteland only to remember, oh wait, the gate's closed and I can't get through there, and is now going to GTG through the front. Not so full cleared water, but at least had the ice hint. Pikiera full cleared ice, but got the water foolish hint on her way to Ice Cavern actually.
Yeah. Overall,
And then you just skipped both.
yeah.
It was the dynamic here is kind of interesting because you have to kind of balance, like, oh, do I full clear this dungeon or do I just rush it because I can? And I did that for water. I thought about doing it for spirit, and just trying to get the trials as fast as possible. But spirit was a little bit tempting. Like the checks are right there,
Oh yeah.
but water was kind of a no-brainer for me at the time. Get in there, get out. I have to do trials anyway, so I might as well check those first.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, good seed, bad seed.
It's a good seed. I don't really. It'd be pretty tough to have a bad seed on these settings. I think there's like a cap to how long it can take.
I'd imagine. I was saying it would be kind of like Trez's Plando, that it was bad where you had to dip this dungeon to go do that dungeon to dip a third dungeon to clear the first one, and just a lot of like double, triple dipping. It either was 2 hours or 5 hours.
Well, I don't think it can take 5 hours. Like, Sponge here is doing every dungeon check in the game that's not Light Trail, and even he is going to still sub 3 this.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Like if you just keep a little bit of a tab on the logic, you could just keep rushing the dungeons and nothing. It was nice because there were none of them besides fire, but that was fine because you kind of were just locked into it and to get the bomb bag, where you would go in and you wouldn't be able to beat it your first.
Yeah, so an early divergence was after doing Deku Tree, you all went adults. We knew at that point the only in-logic dungeon checks were the first two checks in fire, pretty much. And so Datso and PKR went forest out of logic, picked up a couple wallets, and then went fire with those wallets. Full cleared it first trip, and then you and Sponge both went straight to fire, got the bomb bag, got Ruto's letter, I think, and then just pretty much spilled out of there. So that could put you guys in a bit of an early advantage due to not full clearing fire, because it didn't really have much of anything. And both Megoran Sword and Kokiri Sword was pretty funny, but nothing particularly helpful, at least. But then later on, you and Sponge both wound up going back to fire with that strength 3, so that ended up being mostly a net 0. As hi Midori in chat, winner of this race, asking if is using blue fire on the mud walls in DC okay for standard? Yes, it is. For those who don't know, using blue fire for whatever reason actually blows mud walls up.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yep. It's dumb.
And we have Datso finishing up in that's third place, 233 even.
Nice. GG's to Datso. We'll see if we can get him in for an interview. Let me tab over to the correct tab. And then as PKR here and Sponge here are finishing up their seeds as well. The pause.
Yeah,
I've got a couple funny freeze frames. Oops, on restream.
I was so mad when I reverse wastelanded and the gate was closed. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
I'm so used to
Yes.
season 4 when you can talk to the guard to open it because of the technically it being entrance rando.
Yeah.
I almost didn't go back to GTG because of that, but I was like, no. I'll commit.
Yeah.
I'm glad I
It's a
did.
good thing you did.
Yeah, we were worried when you played Serenade to go to Lake to go from GTG from the front that you might just decide to do Lauder because you were there, but thankfully no. Because if you had gone to Lauder at that point, Datsu and PKR would have pulled out ahead, I think, at that point.
Yeah, it was really tight at the end.
It was, because all three of you are going to be finishing within about 20 minutes of each other, which is not bad at all. Well, more like 15, actually.
Yeah, PKR just finished phase 1 of Ganon, and Sponge is climbing the castle.
Yeah, well, Ganondorf, not phase 1 of Ganon, technically, but GG's the Cola, finishing 4th at 2:34.53. Finish is starting to come in now. Still have, there were 14 entrants into the race, 2 forfeits. There are still 8 people going. Yeah, that is definitely a question we will be asking Lucora as to why PKR bailed out before that. I took fairly extensive notes on who did which dungeons in what order, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty linear. Everyone went Deku, you went Fire, DC, GTG, you went to the Well, Shadow, back to Fire Temple, Forest, Child Spirit and Jabu, Adult Spirit, Water.
That's the only thing I didn't like about the seed is it was just too linear. Also, shout out to Zelda saying thank you top left.
Yes, that too. Because Datsu's file name was top left today.
I should have switched him, put him like top right, just so he looked silly.
Yeah, we're good. As PKR here finishes up, taking down the second base of Ganon as Sponge gets onto Ganondorf. Chat asking, was there a meaning to your file name?
No, it's supposed to be a face, like a straight face. If you're not smiling, you're not frowning, like you're not happy, just here playing rando.
Yo, GG to PKR in 5th place at 2:36.58.
GG, as we look at both PKR and Datsu win for an interview. Going to go toe the 2 in as Sponge takes down Ganondorf.
I thought you were trying to type something out in Morse code with that. Dot dash dot.
It's usually my
And
go-to
hey,
file name when I expect to get destroyed.
Hey, Datsu and PKR are joining us in an interview. GG's.
Hello.
Thank you.
That was the thing.
Oh, that was great.
I kept trying to cut corners and do non-linearity things, and it did not go well.
For a while, Dot, so it was paying off for you. You found the ice cavern is foolish hint, and that was a good help.
Oh, there was one of those too.
Kokiri Forest.
Oh, wait, like the one right by the. Oh.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I got it on the way to Forest, but I read it in like one frame. So when I went back to Forest later, I'm like, I really need to check this.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, that would have came third if I saw that.
At least you skipped water. Datso PKR did Ice Cavern, but at least saw the water temple foolish
Hey.
on the way to there.
Yeah.
Oh, where was
I
that?
had to
Oh,
kill. I had to kill the
next to
boss of
Jabu.
season 4 real quick.
dang it, the one I didn't read.
Look, I slayed Dark Link real quick for the stream. It's fine.
PKR, we gotta ask. Why'd you bail Fire Temple before doing Boss Key?
Because I was already annoyed by the entire top of Fire Temple having nothing, so I felt the need to start cutting corners. Like, had that long shot been anywhere else in Fire Temple, I would have been fine. But of course, it was at the bottom behind the Hammerlock stuff.
What was highest
Literally-
spawn?
If you did that check, you would have come first on the restream.
Curses.
Yeah, although it might have also sent you to Ganon's castle earlier.
Yeah,
And there was
possibly.
a load of not much there.
But since I skipped the left side of GTG, I was trying to set myself up to be more likely to double dip it again with the silver gauntlets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
makes
probably would have
sense.
chosen that if I had gotten the long shot earlier. So
Yeah.
mad though. I got that.
GG's to
I got that.
Sponge. Yeah, but sorry, GG's to Sponge also finishing 6th place. 39.24.
Yo,
It's
that's
just so
a
bad 'cause-
top 10 for restream.
Yeah.
I got the wallet out of Forest by going there before the obvious like bomb bag and fire temple play,
Same.
and I'm like, sweet, I have a guard tunic. I can climb the fire temple. That is nothing.
Yep, same. Yep.
It's great.
It sucked.
Right behind you.
Oh, not so no.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna toast Sponge in, and then we'll discuss what all four of you decided to do for your early game routing.
Okay.
Yay! GG Sponge, also known as Jimbo69.
GG.
Are we sure this is S3 base?
Yeah.
I just want to confirm that for sure. But I very much felt like I was playing something very familiar to me the entire time.
I mean, did you see that gate?
Yeah, that's a big tip off.
Good old gates. No, I was more about the 1 hour hunt for the last item at the end.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you're gonna be so upset.
there's a hint for it.
No.
There was a
wasn't
hint
for
that Water Temple was foolish and Ice Cavern was foolish.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I got one of them, but
Matt-
not.
Yeah.
I got the other one.
Yeah.
And then
We
Sora
traded.
didn't get either hint and skipped both anyway.
Yep.
Oh, you jerk.
I mean, I gotta practice anyway, so it's whatever. It's for the fans. For the fans.
Yeah, there you go. But no, it was great for us on Restream because Sora and Sponge were going the same route where you both started off and then you got you did child stuff first. Datso and PKR both went Forest Temple first before doing Fire, and it was just really fun seeing the 50-50 split on routing.
Yeah. So and PKR on the left side of the restream went Fire Forest early. Well, you all four did Deku, of course, went Adult. So PKR went Forest, got the wallets, did all of Fire Temple in mostly one trip. Found a load of nothing besides 2 swords back to back in Deep Fire. That was kind of funny.
Oh. If it was season 4 settings, that Kokiri sword actually would have meant something.
Yeah.
That's the worst part, is it didn't matter.
Yeah, but
And then
without
on the-
Deku, we wouldn't have gone to Forest first.
Yeah, and then on the right side of the screen, Sora and Sponge here went straight to Fire. Found the bomb bag, Gerudo's letter, quit out due to not having any health or a tunic to go further. Went DC, went to the whole other chain because this was a very linear seed. Also, PKR skipping one of the early divergences is PKR did skip the long shot, going back to Fire after Fire Shadow Temple. It at least saved you from doing all the checks and trials, PKR, which saved you a little time at the end.
It's just a smidge. Not much, though, because that's very few checks.
Yeah, and you're walking by all of them anyway.
Yeah.
Sponge
Still
also
was
got a
fun.
little risky, just go moding Spirit Temple without having Strength 3.
I mean, why not? You got to do trials anyway. I'd much rather open the chests along the way. Going back to Spirit isn't a bad idea.
I thought
Yeah.
about it.
It was a good play.
Nah,
I
Strength
thought about
3
it, but I
is
already
in
done.
trials.
Yeah.
I'm golden, man.
Yeah, I thought about it, but because I'd already done all of Child Spirit, I'm like, it's not that much. I have to like climb the damn dungeon anyway. So.
Yeah, that was fun.
It would
Okay,
have
can
paid off.
we talk about the strength, and the required Child Spirit? That is
Yeah.
nonsense.
Oh, speaking of, man, that's the first time I actually did that Child Spear Bomb Shoot strat in a race. It felt good.
Oh yeah, nice.
I lost my shield. I was like so sad when I lost my shield.
Yeah.
Keith. My slingshot nut missed, and that's like literally never happened to me in Spirit before.
Ouch.
Blame Navi. Blame Navi.
So did anyone find the other scale?
Nope.
Nope.
Light trial.
That's late trial.
Really?
Yeah.
Like that, but
Let me go find
the
it right
toilet.
now.
Did anybody do the
No, I
toilet?
did the toilet. It was
Okay,
200
so
bucks.
it was
Oh.
hinted. There was a hint for it.
There's a hint to the toilet?
Yeah.
Yo, imagine reading hints in rando.
Right?
I only read the ones I ran like right by.
Oh, I walked by
Did
the
you?
one that was the ice cavern baron, so I ended up still doing ice.
Yeah, the one I walked by was the water baron.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, because the water baron hint was in Zora's Fountain, like on the way to Ice Cavern is how PKR found it.
I thought about reading it when I was going into Java, and I'm just like, it's too far away. Little did I
Yeah.
know.
Oh man.
I read
GG.
that, and I was just like, oh my goodness, am I ever happy that I bailed after River Chest and Dragon Chest instead of doing the whole dungeon?
Yep.
Oh my god, yeah.
I blame Cola. I'm like, I go into standard Freaky Friday race results, and I read his message. I'm like, oh yeah, I got the lore. Hints are worthless. Let's go. Like, you're not gonna get a dungeon foolish in these settings.
No,
You
dude,
mostly
always
don't
read
until you do.
It's
Yeah.
all Cola's fault.
Always read hints. Cole is wrong.
That was literally what it is.
Um,
Every hit is, it's way of the hero. It's overworld. It's foolish. It's way of the hero. Overworld. Foolish. By the way, dungeon foolish. Dungeon foolish.
Where were the hints? Where were those two? I'm just very curious.
Kokiri
Ice
Forest by the Storm's Grotto was ice,
Yeah.
and then the one by Javu was
What's
water.
Yep. By the way, Color in chat saying, get wrecked, man. I didn't read any hints either.
Forfeited, Cola. You don't get the right to say anything.
Oh.
Just a quick
No,
note.
Cola
Yeah,
got done.
Lens of Truth and Second Scale were both light trial.
Yeah, sounds about right. We saw everything else in the game.
The only items left.
The only reason I put off Javu was because I wanted that freaking scale.
Yeah, no such luck. One of the early minor divergences is PKR and Datsu. You guys followed more or less the same route the way Sponge and Sora did their own route. PKR did in fact dip Jabu's rank chest and set for Rosenir pretty early during that first child trip for the well.
That was another
Yeah, I
question
thought
we
about
had. PKR, why'd you buy 2 beans?
My original plan was to put one in the Bolero spot, but then I'm just like, wait, why would I ever exit the top portion of Death Mountain Crater?
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, that's useless.
We understood one to get upriver just in case. Like, alright. And then you bought a second one. We're like, huh.
Look, I
Where?
made my file name Derp for a reason. There were a lot of weird mistakes, like everything involving the basement of Deku Tree, where I'm just like, wait, this is like season 3. Oh no, my brain's not ready for this.
Quick, how do I
I
be
know a
one?
Kokiri sword for the boss. What?
We were wondering a little, yeah.
Wait, how do I break a stick again? What? What's the setup?
It's like I just jump slash with a stick into the cutscene. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Vips! Oh man. I have
It's
to
for the
ask,
stream.
PKR, what happened to your forest temple rounding? We were a little confused there, because you set
Oh, yeah,
forward from the
so-
twisted corridor and then kind of left your initial and rang behind for a bit.
I was trying to cut corners, so I'm like, okay, I'll try to skip the boss key chest and the floor master chest. They're kind of out of the way. Except I didn't find any the hero items for the rest of the forest temple, so I'm just like, fine, I'll go back in. Oh, they're both there. Fantastic.
Yo.
So basically, every moment of me trying to roll for a little bit of luck, I got a big ol' 1.
That was the greatest.
Literally, the only benefit I got this whole seed was finding the gold that's before the lock shot. And even then, is that really a benefit? I had 1 item left outside of GT and outside of Ganon's castle. It was high as Goron. That's it. I did everything else.
Same. Yep. Except for
It
ice.
sucks. I did ice. It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
There were many heart pieces.
Yeah, you were healthy. You ended Ganon at like 17, 18 hearts.
Yeah, I was dumb. I was expecting us not to have very much health because I expected the heart pieces to end up in the overworld locations, but apparently that is not the case.
They're
They're all bloopies.
It's like 4.0, I think, or something. Change that because bingo.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I
otherwise
did not know.
bingo, you would get stuck. Icy arrows and a couple other things too.
This is funny. I liked this one quite a bit.
As long as you had fun, that's what matters.
I don't know if I had fun.
Well,
Hey,
that's
Sponge!
just the standard Freaky Friday feeling, though.
Hey, Sponge! You still managed 100% every single dungeon in the game in under 3 hours and 40 minutes. There's still
Yeah, I did everything but the toilet. That I could
and
have
late
done.
trial. I still applaud you for doing every single dungeon in the game here 100% in under 3 hours.
Yup.
Can we get more Song Sanity as well? I love just seeing Minuet and Forest Temple.
That was
That
funny.
shit just cracks me up.
That was another
It's
great
like-
thing.
Not only was
We're
it
going
in
to-
Forest, it was in the last check of Forest.
We went the
It's like,
entire
oh,
game
okay.
saying, "Where's Saria's? Where's
Yeah,
logical
same.
access?"
I went to Forest 2 hours ago. What the hell?
You'd actually be rewarded for staying in logic in this scene because you find the gold gauntlets next to the Saria song.
And you don't need deep fire.
Yeah.
No, you never go deep fire in this.
Oh, man.
Oh
No.
my god. No, we eventually figured out after seeing the water full of shit from UPK that the only ones left in the game were both Gold Gauntlets and Saria's song. Was trying
Yeah.
to lock in GDG.
There was literally only one expression for that Water Temple there that I read after doing some of Water Temple. This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, that was. That was
Aw.
something.
I didn't think there'd be any dungeon foolishness. It's inconceivable. There's so many items.
I mean, Ice Cavern I could see. I was surprised that Water Temple was foolish.
Yeah, that's like, what, 12 things? That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because all the keys not being in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even still, like, there's like 40 items in the game, and none of them ended up in Water Temple.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual.
Because it's
Where does
S3.
the bows end up? I only have one.
Oh yeah, the bows took forever to turn up. You missed your other 2 bows. Water trial and the cracked wall in water.
Yup.
Ah,
One was foolish and you go into your long shot, so
That was fantastic. Anyone have anything else to say? Any other thoughts?
Remove Strength 3.
Yeah.
that.
Allow
Definitely that.
unloading the block.
Agree.
Can you unload the one in Fire Trial?
No. But you can clip into it.
Wait. I got another one. Legalize recoil hover in Water Temple.
Yeah.
I do that so much in casual runs. Too lazy to go looking for the lock shots.
Well, you still needed it for this stupid fire trial.
I wonder if there's a way you can recoil on fire trial.
No, there's not. You have to mega set up.
Shoot.
There's nothing around.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Darn.
Just legalize trial skip. That fixes all of our problems.
How about we just turn off trials?
There you go.
That way you don't need
Actually,
strength 3.
That's crazy talk.
I actually kind of like doing
Wait, it's like, hold on. That's too much.
I feel kind of relieved that I ran the co-op weekly this week because trials were on, and I hadn't run trials in about 8 months. So those went hysterically badly. Today's went fine.
Okay, at least you didn't do it on. So glad you didn't goof on restream.
I haven't played trials in over a year, and it showed.
I like doing trials.
I mean, you still knew which sun to hit in Spirit Trial.
There is that. Yes, you didn't drop all the floor masters on yourself or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember like the flame trick using the bow, and I coupled that with the sun. I don't know.
Years of playing glitchless and watching glitchless has burned trials into my head. Except for the white trial boulder room, because the camera in that room is garbage.
Oh man, yeah.
It's funny, we got rid of the garbage fixed camera angle in the ice cavern alcove. Why not light trial?
Because it's still like that on 1.2.
Oh.
Oh. Oh man. I mean, seat aside, what do you guys think of the settings overall for today?
I liked it. It was fun.
Definitely more execution heavy, less luck based because there's less locations. But
luck-based,
will
huh?
generally be less. I'm not saying that it's on there. It's just
I'm
there's less.
sorry.
The big thing is it'll probably create a lot of extremely linear scenes because you always have to start in Deku and then just kind of go to what Deku unlocks, then go to what that unlocks. So there probably wouldn't be very much in terms of variety, but it's still pretty neat to just blitz the dungeons like that.
Yeah.
Would this even generate on closed forest? I don't think it would it?
I
No.
don't think so, because you have to have a one dungeon available, and the only one that's available
Yeah.
like that is...
You
Deku.
need Deku, yeah.
Otherwise,
Okay,
the only
hold on.
available checks are GTG, which you can't get to.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about closed forest, but then you turn on all the tricks to get into ice?
King's Risk.
Yeah.
I mean,
But wait, we don't.
I guess you still don't have a way to get there.
We need
yeah,
a
you don't-
bottle.
Yep.
I mean, there would have to be a bottle on the iceberg, specifically. Like that's the only
Yeah.
way it would ever gen.
No, you can't
So
even
this
You
one-
still have no way to get there.
No,
Be
you
able to get
can't.
through the water.
This one would specifically has to be then either open Deku or open GTG. Pick your poison.
Yeah.
Couldn't you
GTG,
spawn?
please.
Like,
Start as
can't you
adult,
turn-
open GTG, closed door.
Could you turn on random spawn and put yourself on the wasteland side of Fortress?
Oh, to do
And then you
spirit?
And then you
Maybe.
just add GTG right there. That way you don't have to like technically open the bridge, but you just kill the guard.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, if you spawn on Fortress side, I think that just generally would work.
If Child could spawn in the wasteland, that would work too.
Child
Well,
is able to
effort.
spawn in Gruta Fortress area, so I think.
Oh, that'd be so good. Start as Child, you have to kill the guard and then walk back to Temple of Time through Hyrule Field to go to GTG with the bridge made. There we go.
Deku Nuts, baby!
No,
It
that's
is
what you
though.
You need
the-
Kokiri Sword.
Child.
You
Come
need
on.
to go carry a sword, yeah, that's the thing.
So if you start with the
Aw.
sword, which is logically, I guess, relevant if you're closing the tree, so...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We
Still
need to
funny,
figure this out now. Somebody to close it like you.
Because I mean, I've had that happen in random spawns before where I spawned at Gruta Fortress as Child. I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Guess what? Over the bridge!
Might as well. I think it
Start
can
with,
for
a,
weekly,
start with a
actually.
strength upgrade. That might work.
That would work too.
Or
Is
turn
that-
D1 skip on, because that would push the slingshot out of Deku too.
I think out of all the options, just the bridge being open for GTG would cause the most variance, just because there's such a plethora of chests in that unlocked maze that it's just like, okay, here's like 6 items, go to town.
Yeah, GTG Keezy is ridiculous.
Yo, you know what we need? Ocarina Shuffle, Song Sanity, keys in dungeons, overworld checks disabled. There we go. Just walk back and forth for 3 hours.
Yeah. Can we also start with all the warp songs?
I mean, I did run the Freaky Friday that was no ocarinas, so I don't think too much hiking back and forth.
Glad I wasn't around for that one.
Oh, yikes.
It was kind of fun. Dumb, but fun.
Now the real strategy to do these settings, but play on no I am wrong warp rules. So you just find bombs, light arrows, magic, and a bow, and you win.
Yeah, I think this would have been a lot of fun. DDR.
Yeah, we're definitely have to do this again with DDR.
Yeah, this was a fun one to watch and to commentate. Sure, glad you guys had fun playing it. You can thank Xani for this idea.
Thank you, Axe.
Thanks,
Sort of.
Axe.
Not bad.
Also, sort of.
I shot myself in the foot, let's be honest.
I'm just not used to having to do the dungeons at this point. Like, hey, you just walk into forest, you drop a fish, and you're fine, and then which DDR, man?
Or just
Yeah.
casually do the hookshot backflip clip into Phantom Ganon, that works too.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so if we're all wrapped up, I gotta get going. I got some folks
Yeah,
waiting
no
on me.
problem. I think that's about it. I've run out of questions. Looks like chat's run out of questions. Yeah, GG's Sponge
Yeah.
and GG's to the rest of you too.
See you around, everybody.
GG, guys.
Bye, everybody.
GG's. Alright, so that'll be about it for us here on ZSR Main tonight. Looking ahead at our schedule, we have currently over on ZeldaSpeedRuns 2, our sister channel, we have a Twilight Princess 70% Tournament Wolf Dash 3. Winners Bracket Round 1, they have a doubleheader, double feature. We have a Swift Tyke versus the Real Sloth God and JD versus Zalux. Trying to read that off without goofing names. And then, so that'll be it for so we'll be reading them shortly. Then, tomorrow, we have a packed schedule. We have, starting off the day, 9 a.m. Eastern, we have OOTR Standard Tournament Season 4 Losers Bracket Round 4 between Fanta and Zupel. That'll be here on ZSR. At 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, we have the Oracle of Ages and Seasons 20th Anniversary 100% race. That'll showcase on ZSR 2. Then at noon Eastern tomorrow, we have the Majora's Mask Randomizer Standard Weekly Race on ZSR_4. Also at noon Eastern, we have the Skyward Sword Randomizer Winter Tournament Randomizer Tournament Winter 2021 Group 5 Winners Bracket Round 1 between KitKat and Mario Runner. We also have a Zelda 2 Randomizer match that won't unfortunately get a restream due to there being way too much to have to, on the schedule tomorrow. We have the Breath of the Wild 90% bi-weekly race at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on ZSR Main. Then 2 p.m. Eastern have another OOTR Standard Tournament Season 4 Losers Bracket Round 3 between Marco and Keizo. 4 p.m. Eastern we have another Skyward Sword Randomizer Tournament match with Group 4 Winners Bracket Round 2 between Jazz Nix and Your Average Link on ZSR 3. 6 p.m. Eastern, we have the OOTR Standard N8 Weekly on ZSR Main. We have the Zelda 2 Randomizer Weekly. We have one of two Zelda 2 Randomizer races. We have either the weekly race or the Max Rando Tournament race, likely the Max Rando Tourney, depending on volunteers. At 10:30 p.m. Eastern, we will have that Swiss Round 2 between Jackamus and Paratroopa. And we've got plenty more coming up Sunday. I am not going to read the whole list off, but there is plenty to be had there. There's the EU Weekly. We've got more Skyward Sword Rando, OCS, Minish Cap Randomizer, Wind Waker Randomizer, some more Skyward Sword Rando. And the PKR and Sponge are actually racing each other on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, so we wish them luck there. And that'll be about it for us today. Thank you to all 4 of our runners for racing on Restream here today. So that's Sora, PKR, and Sponge. To my co-commentators, Zelboy, and to our 4 trackers, Banana Lord, Soulblade, Quackslayer, and Rune. This being Quackslayer and Rune's first time tracking, you guys did a great job.
Fantastic
And
work.
absolutely. And
GG's,
thanks for
everyone.
watching. Yep, GG's. And thanks for watching, everyone. Let's go say hi to our Twilight Princess friends, and have a good night.
Boy.